Welcome back, dear listeners. We are delighted to have you joining us once again for another thrilling episode of Shadows of Prophecy. Brace yourselves for a journey full of magic, adventure, and spine-tingling horror as our heroes delve deeper into the truth of their reality and begin to unravel the mysteries surrounding the void. So, grab your favorite snack, get cozy, and prepare yourselves as we embark on this exciting journey together. With us today, we have...
Hi, I'm Dan. I am playing the scholar and rogue and mostly elf, a little bit human, and hive mind Harry, Ren, because I hive mind people. You get it.
Yes, we do. Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm playing the Tiefling cleric who's back in action and ready to tackle those factions who are controlling the city, Salvador Solros.
Nice. Russell.
Hi, I'm Russell. I'm playing the half-orc barbarian, queen of espionage, Upperland Johannesburg.
Sure, Jam. And Kai.
Before I start, audience members, it has been really spicy here these past 20 minutes. We ate pizza beforehand. Apparently, everyone's on their worst behavior except for me.
What?
Because my name is Kai, and I am playing the half-elf warlock Yonsei Bay, and my quip is brought to you by Zephyr Melifercarum. That's why I was laughing. I was like,
It does not exist.
Oh.
Zephyr Melifercarum. Yes, it does.
The quip.
That's my quip. It was quippy.
It is
Beautiful.
now.
Let's be honest.
Oh,
Y'all
okay.
never come here to see my quips, so let's not even act like you're ever going to get a good one from me. And this is what Shadows of Prophecy
Is all about.
exactly.
As we immerse ourselves in the shadows of prophecy, be warned, for this tale explores the darkest corners of the human psyche and soul, where the line between good and evil is blurred, and unspeakable horrors linger in every shadow. Our story is not for the faint of heart, for it will not only bring us to mysterious lands, but have us walk down treacherous paths with unforeseen dangers, as our heroes, who are not always virtuous, confront villains who are not always wicked. As the prophecy unfolds and the fate of the world hangs in the balance, only one thing is for certain. Nothing is as it seems. So, stay sharp, ready yourselves, and we might just make it through this together as our heroes continue to pull back the veil. Shadows of Prophecy is a Dungeons & Dragons actual playcast with violent themes and adult language. Listener discretion is advised. Join us today as we enter the Shadows of Prophecy, Act 3, The Brink of Nothingness, Chapter 15, Behind Closed Doors. Previously on Shadows of Prophecy, Upri underwent intriguing transformations, delving into a rather sensual dream sequence that unveiled her symbiotic connection with the awakened spirit of her living sapling Greathammer, Fern. Post a serendipitous breakfast, we gleaned news of what has become of the refugee camp left behind after the Harrow catastrophe. The parasitic creatures have infiltrated the camp and created hysteria in the surrounding region. With an incubation period marked with symptoms of dilated pupils, increased consumption of food and water, excessive sweating, drying of the skin, hair loss, a wet cough with clear mucus, headaches, and an unusual inclination to be social, particularly in large groups.
I thought I was going to have to see a doctor, but I ain't got the last one.
To tackle the crisis, the party decided to split for individual reconnaissance missions. Upri traced a shipment meant for the upcoming Masquerade Charity Ball at the port, only to face a less than welcoming port manager. Undeterred, she pursued the chariot carrying the cargo, leading to an uncomfortable encounter with law enforcement and the unfortunate loss of sight on the chariot. Meanwhile, Ren ventured to the Construction Guild Hall to investigate ongoing floating island quakes. A telepathic connection with the cat-loving civil servant Penelope revealed a link between the quakes and the magic surges overloading the city's arcane circuitry. Salvador's visit to the Council of Mages office disclosed little, except for the apparent discord among council members. Yancey, on the other hand, prepared for stadium days by entering the clay pigeon competition, engaging in a peculiar form of flirting during practice. After a lunchtime rendezvous, Salvador had a steamy date with the tiefling Malroy, while the rest of the party indulged in some shopping. The romantic afternoon picnic took them to the abandoned Delve, ancient mines beneath the Underkeep. As they enjoyed sandwiches by the fountain, another quake, accompanied by a low, buzzy hum from deeper within the ruins, added an unexpected twist.
Dun, dun.
The date concluded with Salvador gifting Malroy a beautifully crafted bracelet. Now, as the party gathers at Daphne's, they brace themselves for another session of divination, or as some might call it, drunk dialing the universe. And here we are. No message from the sponsors today.
Oh no.
Finally.
Uh,
That Russian voice was grating.
I have an idea on what we should spend our money on. We should go in with our money together and buy a son.
a son?
Yeah.
What?
What?
Adoption?
S-O-N. We should adopt. We should get an elemental gem, a yellow diamond.
Oh.
And it'll let us summon an earth elemental, and that can be our son.
Okay, we'll talk on break. Remind me on break, and we'll look.
Anyway.
Huh.
Yes,
I mean, I could buy that
yes.
on my own.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Is that a
I could be the
one-time
odds.
thing, or is it like you
I
can
think
always
it's on
summon them?
repeat.
Okay.
We can summon it.
Any shopping that you had wanted to finish,
Oh, goodness.
you can do so. If you hadn't like done anything
Oh, it is one
in between
time.
sessions and you wanted to clarify anything, otherwise shopping is like complete from a storytelling perspective. And
Well, I feel like we need to talk to the factions and figure out what they want, so that
Oh,
then
yeah.
we can buy things.
yes. But today is wrapping up,
Yeah.
and you have reconvened at Daphne's little cottage
For group therapy, yep.
for group therapy. So
Do we all get high again and
you,
delve into the...
you are all in Daphne's cottage. She sits in a recliner with a long pipe that she is smoking. Her eyes are very dilated, and she greets you with a smile as you enter the room.
This is her normal state.
This is her normal state.
Now that I am aware of those symptoms, I feel like I'm going to see them everywhere.
Oh.
Oh,
yes.
dilated pupils.
Excessive dryness of mouth and increased consumption of food and water. And
Welcome to
Desire to be social.
WebMD.
Wait, have you told us yet that she keeps a file of all of us and that she's been telling her little friend?
I think I said that at our lunch when we reconvened for lunch.
Okay, I want to make sure that's
Yeah.
common knowledge
Yeah.
before I do this.
Yeah, I said like Cyril is reading notes on us.
What's her name again?
Her name is Daphne.
Daphne?
Daphne, what the fuck?
Oh, pleasure to meet you again, Beyonce.
You've been keeping notes about all of us and then telling your little friend Cyril?
Why, of course.
Wait, hold on, this is Kai coming out. Hold on, let me get Beyonce. What the heck?
Is that a problem?
You me?
I just don't understand why. Why are you keeping notes on us? Like, I get it, but I don't get it.
Well, the fate of the universe hangs in a balance, my dear. One must be utmost careful these days.
I want to see the notes that you have on us.
Ren puts away his journal.
You
Very
are
quietly.
welcome to do so. I keep them in a journal over on the bookshelf right behind you.
I'm kind of curious too, actually.
Yonsei walks and grabs the journal that probably says Yonsei.
It's like in puff paint.
Oh.
Exactly.
Glitter.
With a little heart. Actually, I don't have any I's in my name. I open
Heart
it.
for the O.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can open the journal, and she does take notes on all of you in just like a single journal. Just characteristics of things that she's seen in visions about you, decisions that you may or may not have made. Some of this is past, present, and future. Some of them are contradictory. Decisions that you at one point toyed with in the back of your mind at critical points in the story, but went a different direction instead.
Right. She has notes on our untaken paths.
Correct.
Oh.
So give me an insight check to make sense of Daphne's prophetic vision notes
Is that all of us or
about
just me?
you. You're the only one reading it. so.
I'm reading it over Jan's shoulder.
Can you read?
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa, that is.
Not well.
No,
which one we all- so they
canonically,
can
do it with
you do
disadvantage.
not read well.
I got a 14.
A 14.
I got a 3.
That's
Gorgeous.
Vibes. That's no good.
So Yonsei, with a 14, the sentiments that you parse from the journal, as you all wait for Cyril, are along the lines of a focus on key events that have taken place, and the potential timelines that could result from them. One of the major ones is around choosing whether or not to listen to the Titans. This is something that has come up before when speaking with Vladlin. Vladlin is also mentioned at some point in this journal, having been a potential guide to you all to navigate the various timelines, to navigate the powers of the Titans. And this is like a major divergence point. This choice of whether or not to embrace the powers from the start only has several additional divergences. Each time that there has been a divergence, you notice that you all have chosen to embrace the powers to some level. You do notice that in the sidebar of the journal at these divergence points, there is some discussion from Cyril. So different script. Noting that these divergence points have created additional complications. That the channels have widened. And during this time, that's about all that you can really parse together as important. The notes are less about you all in particular, but more the choices that you make and how those choices have influenced the trajectory of this particular timeline.
Daphne. Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna look at the journal. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna relay whatever you just said to everyone, so it's all common knowledge. And I'm gonna look at.
I could have explained that if you would have wanted.
Well, maybe you could have explained it when we all met for the first time, Daphne. This is some serious shit. Like, I understand that these notes are important. You're allowed to take these notes, and I get it. I truly do. But if you want us to save the world, we need to have an open channel, and that goes both ways. So even though these notes are benign, with the exception of some of the things I maybe should have done, it's stuff that we should know that you're keeping notes on us. It's all I ask is open communication.
But isn't like, I mean, I get what you're saying, Jan, but isn't like the number one rule of divination, you don't tell people what they could have, would have, should have, because then everything gets wiggly and goes.
Listen, I grew up in a forest. I don't know these things.
Jan, my room was next to you.
You were in the same room.
Your bunk was next to
Yeah,
yours.
it's one big room.
Are you getting a contact high? Daphne, you mind blowing it that way?
I came in a little too hot. I apologize.
You know what? I bet you there's a few sarsaparillas left in the icebox.
Your
Yes.
feelings are understandable, Yancey.
Thank you.
I can only imagine what it looks to see your name written down by who is practically a stranger so many times and put under such scrutiny. Unfortunately, the four of you are only going to withstand more scrutiny in the days to come. Not only will your actions be judged by everyone that you come in contact with, but they will determine the fate of the universe. But I am sorry. I apologize for keeping this from you.
That's all I wanted. Where's I don't want a sarsaparilla now. I'm good.
Just to be clear, I've been taking notes on everybody this whole time.
You
Hold on. Okay, but it's listen.
you bitch. Fade to black.
These are just things that we're able to do. So Yancey, I have like entrancing magic. I still don't quite understand it. Eldritch blast. You see, just like it's mostly just a list of things. That
It's very
each
easy,
of
and
us
I
have
just do it.
done.
I shoot an Eldritch blast. See, the thingamabobs come out of my hands and my eyes, and some other places sometimes when I get drunk, and it just shoots places.
Got it. Other places when drunk.
And this is when the door swings open and you hear Cyril's voice. I brought sarsaparilla.
This cigarette.
Already. I see you've had a very lovely day.
I take the sarsaparillas. Hi, Cyril.
Did you enjoy your shopping?
It didn't come back with much, but yeah.
All good.
Well, shall we proceed? I, for one, am ready to decompress after a very long day.
Did we end up sharing our findings from this day? Like
To each other?
Yeah.
We haven't. I'm very interested about what Upri found or discovered or anything that we may know.
Yeah, we should go.
Like
we should
box
do
colors.
like a quick go around about things that we've learned.
Ooh,
throughout our day.
reconnaissance. My favorite.
I can go first because the answer to mine is I have not reconnaissanced anything. I know that there is a Dragonborn who will probably be competing at Stadium Days. I think they were flirting with me,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure because I am not good at recognizing when people flirt with me. And I'm very socially awkward, apparently, or imitates life. Anyways, I have not reconnaissance anything, but I think I have a good chance of winning Stadium Days.
Okay. I mean, fame will help us.
Yeah.
So, hell yeah.
All right. I'll bring out my slutty jumper.
I tried to make friends with some of, get chummy with some of the locals that we work in the party, but they was not friendly. All right. But there's this weird logo, like for the masquerade. I don't know if it's for the building or like the event itself, but it was like real rainbowy. It was very specifically red, blue, purple, violet, green, white, and orange.
Cyril, does that sound familiar?
I tried to follow it, but I was a little conspicuous. Running down the street after this guy
Oh, yeah.
on a carriage, keeping pace with his horse. He didn't really like that.
I suppose it has something to do with the theme of this year's ball. There's almost always some sort of exuberant theme.
What is the theme this year?
It is a mystery until we arrive.
How do you dress for a mystery ball?
Yeah.
Well, the theme is more of the space. Plus, we can all usually change our looks out to whim.
That's
so
true.
that
Y'all
must
be
are
nice.
wizards.
Not all of us are wizards. Wait, I'm a warlock, so yeah, some of us can actually change our
I
looks.
will be accompanying you if there are some tailoring alterations to make last minute.
Oh, no need. And I'll just like change the color of my dress, my skirt.
Very nice.
It's like 0 patterns. It just goes from like matte, or I think I'm still wearing like the beautiful red, like heavy pattern, almost like Moroccan style dress from Harrow, and it just turns into a flat orange, and all the patterns go away.
Very nice.
If I were to take a gander, the riddle is hidden in the invitation itself.
Oh,
We read that invitation immediately.
Yes,
we
what is-
have it?
Where is the invitation?
yeah. I thought. Don't you have them, Siri?
Oh, apologies. I did forget to hand those off to you. Here you are, and he will pull some scrolls out of a paper, each one of them sealed with a wax seal, and hands them to each of you. As you unfurl them, it's a pretty standard invitation that this is an annual charity ball. This year's charity will be the refugees of Siag. And the crest that you saw on those boxes is at the bottom where the signature would normally be. And that one is in all the colors.
Do I recognize it from any of my copious readings?
Come on, big words.
No, it is something that is unique for this
Oh,
event. It's like they made a little logo for the event. And it matches all of the boxes that you saw.
not even like the combination of colors meaning something like a religious order or
Would you like to give me a history
you know a queer faction.
Can I help with the history check?
Yeah. You can all give me a history check if you would like.
I'd love to.
History.
17.
I got a 23.
I got 12. I feel
All right.
like-
So with a 23, what was
Does
yours?
that count?
Does what count?
I threw my dice into the tray and then onto the floor twice.
Yeah, you got
And
20.
Dan grabbed one and threw it back in, and it became a nat 20. Can I use Dan's roll?
No.
I don't have to.
You cannot use
Damn it.
the random dice that existed.
Another 20.
I got a nat 1, so a 0.
Okay. Yancey is going to be able to recall a little bit of information.
I
So
recall.
the colors are actually pulled from a short story written by a famous, now late poet named Edgar
I knew it. I knew it. Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan Poetess.
Oh.
Never heard of her.
Actually, say them. So
I've never heard of them.
And the
gang.
tale goes that each of the rooms of the
Oh.
yes. So in the tale, there is a masquerade ball,
Mm-hmm.
and it is this just beautiful, extravagant party that is thrown by this super wealthy benefactor. during a plague.
Oh no.
Plague.
And this person took all of his friends and built them a little paradise island. The island had this gorgeous structure built on it where he built several rooms, each with a different color. So there was stained glass that would reflect the light from outside into the room and bathe it in this light. So we had the green room, the blue room, the violet, the purple, orange, red, and white.
Beyonce is retelling all this, but Kai does not know any of this.
Yeah, did not retain anything in grade school. I remember the name and reading it in English, but that's it.
What's the actual? Is it tuberculosis?
I think
too?
it's tuberculosis.
Yes, the red
Consumption.
Yeah.
Because it makes you cough, blood, red, death.
Oh.
And then you die.
Wow, I didn't think that part.
The end of the tale leaves everybody dead.
Works like icon. Mhm.
So, not ominous or foretelling at all.
Wait, so
Foreshadowing.
as I'm relaying all this information in a different voice than what I just previously said, are they trying to kill everyone at this party?
I don't believe that's the intent, though. It is an eerie coincidence that it is. There's a play going on, and there are colored rooms, and a ball.
And the hubris of wizards. To think that they can throw a party themed to death and not die.
So what I'm hearing
Seems
is
like an underdark kind, or under, where are we?
Keep.
Underkeep.
Underkeep kind of
y'all need to
vibe.
figure out how to conceal all your weapons on you when we go into this ball.
Oh yeah.
Wait, pause. And I look at Cyril, and I look at Daphne. Are we about to walk to our deaths?
I should hope not.
I would hope not too, but it seems like since we got here, actually no one's really wanted to kill us besides the ball. But that's all I had.
It's a surprisingly peaceful few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the most murderous intent I've seen is yours towards Cyril.
I'll take that as a compliment, my dear.
You shouldn't.
I'm very curious whether or not, if I stock like restoration spells, if I could theoretically help with at least saving us from the plague.
Oh, aka is it lesser restoration or greater?
Great, yeah.
Maybe take both.
Probably greater.
Yeah, DM, which one does TB qualify under? Lesser or greater restoration?
Like, sorry, this is a bacterial infection, and that doesn't really cover the spell.
It's not covered under this spell.
It's an abomination, so really it's none of those.
Well, I truly hope that they're not actually planning on releasing some sort of plague into the party.
Maybe we bring our own flasks just in case.
It's
Maybe we
probably a
should
good
wear
choice.
masks.
Or don't drink.
That's a good idea.
Oh, yes, masks will be highly encouraged. And, more importantly, I suspect the colors will come into play.
Oh.
So, everybody, pick a color that you find most ravishing on yourselves, and that is how we will proceed with the event.
And what were the colors again?
It's the rainbow minus yellow and plus white.
And there's also
black.
violet
And-
and purple.
Is
I
there
thought there
black?
was black. Was there
No
black?
black.
No.
No
black.
black,
Just
red.
kidding.
Wow.
Red, blue, purple, violet, green, white, orange.
I mean, I already went and got fitted for a green outfit, so dibs on green. Though I guess we can share colors if you really wanted to.
I can go for violet.
I'm trying to think what goes with red or pink.
I'm
And
trying to think what goes with green.
I think,
Oh, right, your skin is pink.
yeah.
Well, let's
I'll
see.
go with
Color
red.
theory.
Naturally, it would be green, but I'll go with red. I'll be like a different tone of red.
Can we mix the colors?
I'm sure you could have. I think if you have, as long as you have a predominant color, you can mix colors.
Yeah.
Hiccups. Ooh.
I mean, personally, my favorite color is orange, but I just don't know if it matches my complexion.
Orange and green.
Orange
It's
green, hell yeah.
hunting colors.
Yeah.
What kind?
Hunting.
And
All
you're
right.
gonna
Not
be
that
you're gonna be
color
hunting.
Oh, like not burnt. You want like a more
Yeah.
a burnt
Yeah,
umber.
if you do like a I mean you have the hat, right?
You got the sun.
Didn't
hat.
you
Oh,
get
the
a-
sun hat.
It's like a sunflower. Yeah.
No, I thought you got. Oh no, you have the ring of disguise. Do
a
I know about the
ring.
ring of disguise? Can you change the color of your skin with the ring of disguise?
I don't think.
I don't think skin color. I think I can really change my clothes and like kind of. No, you can push features around.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're the one who bought the item.
Well, I get confused with disguise self
Well,
in this versus Baldur's Gate.
If you do some sort of like autumn fall look, like make like your leaf. Can you change the color of the leaves in your hair and whatnot?
Oh, and I'm like, I wiggle the ring and go, and then it turns to like reds and oranges and yellows.
Exactly.
Beautiful. Nice.
I think we'll go with blue.
Pink and blue. Pink and blue.
Yeah, cotton candy fantasy.
Exactly.
I'll do violet with some gold accents, even though it's not part of the color.
Oh, I love violet and gold.
Oh, I'm doing silver and I'm like because just my color is silver.
Because
Silver
you're
and
dead.
green.
I mean, what?
Because I'm what?
Nothing.
Sorry, I missed that.
Huh, I said nothing.
Sorry, we've discussed our colors. Please continue.
All right. Well, that's enough chatter, don't you think? Probably get to our work for this evening.
I guess we have to go shopping, even though I don't know what I need to go shopping for.
That will be for tomorrow, my dear.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fire away, Cyril / Daphne, in terms of the spirit guidance.
Yeah. Do you have any more drugs? That's what we need, right?
Daphne motions to the box on the coffee table.
Oh, it's been refilled. Great.
How big is this box of joints?
It's like a cigar box size thing.
So there's like a good solid 50, 60 in there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Are you trying to smoke them all? Are you trying to smoke them all?
No, I'm just for imagery sake.
I didn't know that Daphne was like the Snoop Dogg of this world.
How do you think she sees things?
I just thought she just had the gift.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was using performance enhancing drugs.
Does that mean Cyril's her Martha?
Oh, they do wear white and their hair's pinned up. Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Oh, I'm stupid. I was like, who the fuck is Martha?
Martha Washington.
Exactly.
Okay, I'll light one up and pass it around.
Oh, I'll have my own. Thank you.
Okay.
You just pull a joint out of your leaves.
Oh no, I'll save those for later. Take a fresh one.
I open since I don't think we're gonna fight anyone. I grab a Sarsaparilla with my telekinesis that I have now. I'll be falling asleep soon. I don't need it.
All
And I-
right.
Crack it open and I just start drinking.
Make yourselves comfortable like last time. If you experienced any pinching in your hips or hamstrings, you might want to visit a different position this time. We'll be in it for a long haul.
Don't attack me like that.
Take a deep breath in, and together we exhale.
I didn't take a puff of this joint, so what am I doing?
Oh, that's the head. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure the room's pretty smoky with all those lighting up around you.
Each of you pay notice to each other's breath. We will try to breathe in unison. Yesterday was a preface. Today I demand each of yours undivided attention to this session. in and out. In and out. And the 6 of you begin to just take deep breaths in and out. Around the room, you hear the inhales grabbing at the air and the exhales releasing. The swirls of smoke begin to make little eddies in the room. And after a couple minutes, you feel as if you no longer need to concentrate on the pace of each other's breaths. They begin to sink and fall into each other, melding into one cohesive inhale and exhale. If you have not already done so, close your eyes and let all feeling, sensation, sight, sound, taste fall away from this world. And join me in the beyond. Again, you go back to breathing in and out in complete unison, and the world begins to fade away. You feel the warmth of her energy.
Oh, sorry.
No, really?
So sorry. I am so
Stop
sorry.
drinking that
audience.
sarsaparilla.
I've been very gassy. I'm so sorry. I was trying to hold it in. Beyonce's like, sorry, back to your high. I'm so sorry.
Not to worry, we can start anew. And again, you go through that process for a second time, sinking your breaths, closing your eyes, and letting the world fade away from you. Until you feel the warmth of Daphne's energy flowing through you. You feel the warmth on your cheeks as it pools in your mind's eye. And then a white light begins to grow from the center of your vision until it is blinding and all-consuming. You sit there for just a moment before you start to see symbols. Faint at first, but then they begin to bolden. Darken in a black text, floating in the aether. Would one of you like to do an Arcana roll?
I could do it. I've got a +5.
All right.
I have a +4, but yeah.
-1.
Nat 20.
Whoa.
I know everything.
All right.
The curse only applies to
Yeah.
electronic dice, apparently.
You see what looks like an A at first. But as you stare closer, you notice the serif, the intention behind the thicker right side than the left. And in the context of the other symbols floating around, alpha.
Duh. Sorry.
In the distance, you see the archway of Omega.
These are the Titans. These are two of the Titans.
The curling loops turning in on themselves of infinity. And the bottomless pit of the void in null. A 0. Swirling in this aether, you notice 2 other symbols. A pitchfork. Or maybe a planetary symbol,
Jupiter. No, wait. Neptune.
barbed at the tips,
A trident.
akin to a trident. And the final symbol, a set of wings.
Ooh.
They float around in the aether, and you become aware of their presence as they begin to collect around you. And you notice a tether binding one to another. Alpha to omega, infinity to null, trident to wings. The tether pierces through the core of your soul as they align with an axis, X, Y, Z.
Oh, thank you. I was going to say I need
Oh.
a visual.
They become more and more
Oh.
rigid as the tether pulls towards each other, tightening into straight lines. And you feel the pull of each of them on your soul.
Oh, is that what serif means? Like a halo?
No.
That was on the A. Serifs are like little dangly, specially font bits.
Listen, sometimes.
Oh, but there's also a serif, which is like an angel.
Yeah. So the trident also has wings?
Horns.
Horns. Sorry, I couldn't see my power button that's a foot away today, so I can't really see that.
Specifically pitchfork, then, not trident.
As you
Oh.
Devils and angels.
feel
Oh.
these energies tugging at you towards infinity, into the void, to the beginning and the end, good and evil, expanding your very being. This vision begins to grow bigger and bigger and bigger until it consumes you. And you feel as if you have been swallowed up inside it. But before you is a single orb. floating just in front of you until the surface begins to ripple. It's living. You see two divots begin to form in the top and bottom, pressing in as the sides pull out, forming two little globules on either side of those divots, and they pull, stretching apart until the tension between them snaps and they become distinct of each other. They sit there for a moment until they're pulled back into each other and reform as a single entity. The globe shifts and warbles as it begins to pull away again, this time into 3 separate parts. Snap. They become distinct. 3 orbs floating, rotating around a single point, the origin. Then each of these orbs split themselves into 2 until you have 6 orbs floating in space in front of you on an axis.
So they're like planets and not cells dividing, right?
Cytokinesis.
Or is it
Act 1,
both?
Act 2, synthesis. Prophase, metaphase.
The mitochondria.
Is the powerhouse of the cell. Why do we all remember that? Sorry.
And they begin to float apart, that tether forming between them, one to another. And then the vision fades.
When they were floating, were they floating in the 6 opposite directions in alignment with the
Yes.
axes? Okay.
Yes. And you begin to awaken. You begin to feel the pressure of your body pushing into the chair or floor beneath you. You smell the scent of lavender and the warmth of the crackling fire on your skin as you blink your eyes open, returning to Daphne's cottage.
That was really confusing.
Yeah, I'm really confused by that. And I must be more confused because I technically wasn't high. I kind of just took a nap.
Yes. As I prefaced at the beginning of the session, yesterday was not a normal session. This is typically how they go. It is now up to us to make sense of the visions that we have been given by the universe.
Seems to be like a tutorial back at school, learning about 3-dimensional space and mitosis and
Mitochondria.
Often things are less literal and more figurative in these visions.
that's where the English comes in. You do
So, how many Titans are there? There's 6?
There are 9.
Oh, well, there goes that theory.
Yeah, well, it seems like what I got from it was that we saw the 6 initial symbols, Alpha, Omega, Infinity, Void, Good and Evil is what I'm interpreting the other 2 as.
Yeah.
Seems a bit binary to me, to be quite honest. But then we saw the one orb that splits into two. Don't know why. But then back together, and then to 3, and then to 6,
Yeah.
being the 6 things, Alpha, Omega.
Well, I think that just symbolizes that they're all the same origin.
Yeah.
None of them are inherently good or bad if they're. I think they just are, and what they decide can be thought as good or bad. So,
It's about balance, right?
yeah. And there's only 4, so I guess that represents the 4 of us.
4.
There were 6.
Well,
Or
in
6.
in the book that we found in that library, talked about the Alpha Omega. I had assumed that those were Titans, but mostly maybe that's the floor of the world where you have Alpha beginning and end, infinity and void, and then all the Titans are above or below that plane in whatever direction. Because you have Dreamer, Transgressor, Forgotten,
Oh.
Director, Assimilator.
So it's like a spectrum.
Yeah. And 4 of those 9 names in that book were the 4 of the axes.
What is the historical and or religious context of Alpha and Omega in this world?
Give me an Arcana or a History roll.
Wait,
Tell me which one you're making.
Does that also mean there are good Titans?
Possibly. I mean, more. I guess it's relative to what the origin is.
Yeah. I'll be making a Arcana, probably.
I'll do Arcana.
I'll
Okay.
vouch.
I'll do history then.
I got a
failed my
17.
religion check.
17 for Arcana.
17 for history.
17 for History. Anybody else? No. Okay. So we'll start with the history and then move into the arcane. So historically, you have seen these symbols in academic texts before. Contextually incongruent. So there is a historical understanding of the symbols, Alpha being the beginning, Omega being the end. Sometimes these are in relation to creation theories in religious texts. But other times they are used in mathematics. Same with null and infinity. As far as the trident and the wings, these are often used in religious texts as well, specifically within the Order of Prayer. You may follow that up with a religion roll if you would like to understand the context of them in those texts.
Can I help him?
Yes.
So you can add a 5.
Great, 23.
Okay. So from an arcane perspective, you have seen those symbols referenced in spells. However, usually in isolation.
So maybe I'm reaching for this. Maybe I'm reaching, but are you trying to tell us that all spells are originated from one of these titans? Like we're calling on their power when calling on these spells, or if that's a stretch, just let me know. But that's what I'm getting from it.
Have you seen any sketches of the spell sigils from Castle Valerian? Has Salvador or Ren shown you
I think Salvador
any of their
has.
notes from Castle Valerian?
Do you mean like the spell circles, or was there
Just
another?
any notes on any of the arcane that happened during that?
Yeah, I showed them. There were some of these summoning circles with like ingredients. There were spells that you incant over them. Although they didn't ring a bell of like the Alpha Omega, yada yada yada.
Okay. So deeper in the details of the spell, so not in the handouts that I provided.
Okay. But these are all very pretty.
Yes. So in the like spell books that detail out the mechanics of each of those spells, you would have seen all these symbols in a very different representation than you have experienced in your spellcasting.
Mm-hmm.
So as I said, you've seen those symbols in isolation in various spells. In the magic that was conducted at the Castle of Valerian, you see all 6 represented in each spell, every spell. And because you got a 23, you can understand a little bit about the language the spells were written in. It's written in a very, very old text that modern languages are descendant of. But you know enough or can decipher enough from your understanding of arcane languages that these are always referenced in relationship with each other and as coordinates. The last thing that you'll understand from these spells is that there is a joining of 2 coordinates within this 3-dimensional axes to cast each spell. That one meets the other at the very end of the spell, and then it is cast. As if it was a fold of paper. Religion check.
That was the
That was a 23.
That was also a 23. Okay.
Oh.
That was my Arcana.
Oh, gotcha.
No, Arcana
With
was
Kai.
17. Kai rolled a 17, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 17? Oops.
I did. Well,
Okay. Well, I gave you some extra information then.
I do.
if it
I
makes you
get
feel better,
numbers
I still am
I
confused.
mean, the
That's fine.
pairings.
It's a
The
lot.
pairings are Alpha Omega time,
Yeah.
beginning and end.
opposites. Oh.
Infinity Void space. Infinity being things.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
filling of space, and the void being the emptying of space. And then good and evil are the 2 opposites of the divine.
Yeah.
The extraplanar space that we don't see or we don't experience because they're outside of our plane of being.
So am I right in saying that magic is drawn from these? The magic that we are calling is drawn from. We're calling these people for their powers.
Yeah.
Are
That's
they
what
people or are they cosmic forces?
Yeah.
So the Titans
Yes.
just
Yes.
exist within.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Magic is often referencing one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Because like for Priam Padicum, their paladins and their clerics will pull their magic from divine sources, whether it being
Good or evil.
good or evil.
And the other
They're
magic create or
entities,
destroy.
entities and energies within those planes of existence. The good and
So
evil
what you're saying
planes.
is that I was right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Essentially, yes.
Okay. I just wanted to hear that.
I don't know
got
if
it.
y'all are aware, but my I kind of just get mad and things happen.
Well, it sounds like you're still calling that magic, but just very recklessly.
Yeah, I imagine you pull from infinity.
Oh, you think?
You pull from space because all of your magic is all like nature.
Oh, things
and
manifest.
You manifest them, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then I wonder what my magic is. It's not void. It's not negative. It's not begin.
I mean, you've seen multiple things in your spells.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
it's all of the
Could
above.
be a combination of different ones or all of
Yeah.
them, yeah.
I am the orb.
Did I just 23 myself? Is that essentially what you were going to tell
Yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah. Basically, that 23 yourself. Well, in conjunction with the Arcana
23 and me.
overshare,
Exactly.
that's basically what the religion roll would have added to the Arcana.
Gotcha.
All right.
So both Red and I take out a long whiteboard
Yeah,
and we start jotting this down. We're like, and this is where you see this. And here, right there, That's where the good
And
shit is.
Cyril
I imagine-
joins in on this.
Right, I imagine we're also like finishing each other's sentences. You're
Exactly.
like, yeah, but here, oh yeah, and it goes
Yeah.
here.
And my
Should
spells are a
be-
combination of these and like I'm like, get away from us, you cigarette.
Yeah.
And then these are all these things.
It should be a see-through whiteboard with like the silver markers,
Yeah.
and the camera just pans
Yeah.
to each of you.
It's just interesting looking back on these notes to see
And then Upri's just chilling on the
then-
couch with a joint and
It's
watching.
like-
there are columns
No
of
idea
light.
what's happening.
We're going to a party that's with a prism that separates light. I don't know. Maybe Sal's seeing symbolism where there might not be symbolism, but
But there's more than
Sal's
6
going
colors.
down
A
a
deep religious hole.
conspiracy theory spiral.
well, yeah. Well, I have all these notes. I these are like audience. These are notes from like the very beginning of the podcast where it's
You
like,
two are Yancey and Ren are going on this like really conceptual journey, and then Cyril is joining in with his tidbits of wizard knowledge because he is like an
Fixing them.
expert in arcane spell writing.
Right.
So like Warlock, you see these things, you don't have to understand them. You're just like, okay, great. Thank you for this power, and you cast it. So it's kind of like you're just like you recognize it, but you don't fully understand what everything is.
I feel
The
it.
wizard in this group is able to be like, oh shit, this is cool because I can take this information, I can use it to improve upon spells that I've been working on.
Nerd.
Yeah.
He just goes full on nerd, completely ends up like removing himself from the conversation and like going down a rabbit hole in the corner with his notebook where you see that he's taking notes on all these like divination spells that he's been working on.
So
And
the lines that connect them are the weave.
basically.
Madam Web.
You're
Out
weaving
February
between-
14th.
I will say we're a pretty stacked party to figure this out because we got the natural spellcaster, we've got the religious spellcaster who pulls from the divine, kinda,
yeah.
most of the time. Tao, who knows? Anyways, and then I read a lot of books.
And then
And I
Upri-
just
then
get
Upri-
mad.
The tank doesn't need to do everything.
All right. So with this
Am I the
revelation and you all going on this like rabbit hole into the night before you crash for the evening, I'm going to have us all go on a short break and we'll return the next morning in 5 to 10 minutes our time to continue on this adventure. So we will see you all in the audience shortly. All right, we are back from break, so we are going to continue on with our adventure in the Underkeep. We just finished up a rather cryptic divination session full of lots of symbols and not a ton of extra information. But the party does seem to know a little bit of what to make of it. Until eventually y'all pass out from exhaustion of a long day and wake up the next morning. All right.
Is Upri still tree-like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Upri is-
Okay.
Yeah. Upri's
I think
still
that's
tree-like.
permanent.
That's
Oh,
gonna
but
be a
she's like kind of started casting, just recasting disguise self over and over again to conceal that her skin is now leafy.
Okay. Cool.
Exfoliate.
Practicing.
Yeah.
Again, you're greeted in the morning by Daphne with a breakfast suited to your liking.
Daphne, I have a question. What can you tell me about Lorien Star Whisper?
Lorien Star Whisper.
He's the head of the council of
drag?
mages.
That's why I was like, someone threw some.
Welcome
threw
to the
darts.
stage, Lorien Star Whisperer.
Lorien. Well, rumor has it that they are, in fact, a silver dragon. It's probably one place to start.
Oh, okay.
They have been around for quite some time. older than myself for sure.
Ooh.
If I were to peg them with a characteristic, I would probably say they are. They have an insatiable appetite for knowledge
Okay. That sounds like a dragon to me.
and tend to be a little stuffy. I have not met them myself. This is really just all from
Gossip.
hearsay and gossip.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Good to know.
Aubrey's just fanning herself.
Yonsei is walking down the stairs looking at the list of items that they wrote down from each spell, each shop that they saw. Guys, I really don't know what I need for this ball that's happening in a discerning amount of time that I don't realize when it is.
Well, we got the
We got
costumes.
weeks,
right?
Yeah, we got.
Yeah,
It's
you
2
still have
weeks.
like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, timeline. Yesterday was Wednesday. Today's Thursday.
Yeah.
On Saturday, the arena fights will happen. The following Tuesday is the Stadium Day qualifiers. And then you have an additional 14 days after that before the masquerade.
Oh, Lord.
So,
Let's go chat with those factions.
Yeah. We should also figure out what's going on with the Shaking City.
Indeed.
Did you ever disclose to us about the mines?
Oh yeah, I told you there's a part of the town called the Delves. It used to be mined. Now they're just ruins that are sort of graffitied, and there's an earthquake. There's a humming that came out of the mine. The mine seems like a spooky place that could be investigated.
Or for cruising.
It has multiple purposes.
Yeah.
Wink.
Makes sense.
First it was spooky, then it was sexy. Or whatever that soundbite is. Then it was spooky again.
so what are you all off to today?
We need to go. I would probably go to the Ascension Hall. Or I would suggest that we go there.
Okay.
I'm just going to follow.
I still need to do some more practicing for stadium days, but maybe we can do that on the way back.
Yeah, because what you entered in the pigeon shooting contest?
Yes.
Clay pigeons.
I chose the one that was the easiest.
I can practice with you. I could throw some clay pigeons in the air or shoot some arrows in the air, see if you can hit those.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If we hit arrows, you can hit clay pigeons.
I did hit them last time. I was really great at it.
Are you like under fire while you're shooting the clay pigeons or something?
No, but I feel like I should. They have style points or something. I really don't know the rules of this.
I mean, I could try to like grapple you and throw you around, keep it interesting.
I don't know if multiple people can do one event at the same time.
No, not like during, just like as practice for your aim. So like you could like keeping pressure under fire. Fire under pressure.
Yeah.
I should not have smoked as much as I did yesterday.
I can tell the after effects are not good. Not good. But yeah, let's go to this. Let's go to the hall.
So you are interested in going to the Ascension Hall.
The
Right.
differences between the Ascension and the Source Enclave, are they noticeable?
The Obscura and the Ascension.
Oh, is that
So the Source Conclave is the basically the alliance between the
Oh,
two.
okay, gotcha.
Or the it's not really an alliance. It's more of a truce between the two.
okay, I see.
And then there is the Council of
Of
Mages
Mages.
is the local government.
So the fact that there is the Ascension Hall and the Source Conclave is the Ascension Hall is nicer because they have their own separate building compared to the Obscura.
Obscura has their own headquarters.
Okay, but it's not. They don't
As
like
well.
to disclose it. It's obscure.
It's Obscura.
Okay.
But yeah, the Ascension Hall is like very stately, very prominent.
Mhm.
And then the Source Conclave is kind of where they have their meeting,
Got it.
the
Got it.
gathering. It's basically like the Parliament House.
Got it. I don't have a preference one way or the other. Do you guys have one?
I feel like we should go to.
I'm just pointing at that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, can I look at that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here, let me show it to the audience really quick, just so they can see it.
It's given Big Bang Theory, not
Oh,
the TV
that's
show.
the divide.
Oh, we're looking
That's
at the
one
vision.
To, 1 to 2, 1 to 2 to 3 to 6.
Yeah.
Yes.
1 to 2 to 1 to 3 to 6. Sorry.
Of the orbs splitting into 6 and going off into 6 different directions
Oh.
along the lines of their axes.
They specifically overlap in pairs in the
Yeah.
final image.
They got a tether.
Because those are their opposites. But I say we go to the guild specific building, the source.
Ascension Hall?
No, the Ascension Hall is the paired build.
No,
That's the truce building. What?
The
The
Source
Source
Conclave.
Conclave is the joint
Oh.
truce between Ascension and Obscura.
Okay, then we go to the Ascension Hall.
Okay, so see, the Ascension is more like the House of Representatives.
It's
No.
Yeah.
What?
it's the
'Cause
party house.
you have
it's
the
the
two
political party.
Oh, okay, so it's
So
it's
the
the
Ascension
DNC.
Hall is the headquarters of the Ascension Party.
Okay, gotcha.
And the Obscura Hall is the headquarters of the
The
Obscura
Obscura-
Party.
It makes so
and
much
they
sense
come
when you say that.
together
At the Ascension
at the
Hall.
Source Conclave.
Source Conclave.
Anyway,
Let's
yeah.
go to the Ascension
Hall.
Place.
We're going to city. We're going to City Hall,
The
essentially.
Council of Mages is City Hall. The Council of Mages is City Hall.
Oh my God! Thank you for watching this week's episode of Shadows of Controversy. Please come back next time.
That is the
Government's confusing, everybody, especially when it's fantasy.
You made it up.
I did. And that's why I'm explaining it multiple times.
Okay, to the Ascension Hall.
Yeah.
Which is essentially one of the two-party system.
One of a two-party
Parties.
system. Yes.
Off we go.
Correct. It's
So
a
there are
two-party system.
4 factions.
There are 3
Two.
There are
Ascension?
two parties
Two
and then
factions
a local government.
and a local government.
Oh, okay.
Two
And
factions.
the local government
and
is
a
the
local
mages.
government.
We'll be able to rate them on how they sit on the scale.
Right. And who are Preya and Perditium?
They are 2 gods.
They're two gods that make up one religion.
But that's also a faction in a town with a tower and a place.
Far away.
Yeah.
You're
We don't
thinking
have
of
to
Lord of
deal
the
with that right
Rings.
now.
We'll do that
Wait,
in the
I do have a quick question. The Council of Mages,
Yeah.
Yes.
the city government,
The city government.
are those members of the Ascension or the Obscura?
Yes.
Okay.
What? Okay.
Are they both?
So the same way that like at
But like
City Hall,
not necessarily like they don't have to be a party.
Okay.
right?
So they're not really the two.
Right. So we have
political-
Democrats, Republicans, and Independents. Yeah, I get it.
Wig.
Anyway, I think we're getting in the weeds.
Well, if the mages are local, they could be of any party.
Right.
They're just physically local, not mentally.
Beyonce just starts walking out the door.
Yeah, so I was
But I
just gonna
guess the
follow
point
her.
that I'm making is that the members of the Council of Mages do not aren't independent from the two main factions.
They probably have
Not
allegiances.
They could have allegiances,
Or
or they
be
could be a part of,
independent.
Yeah.
or they could be independent of. They could be third party,
Yeah.
Yeah.
independent. Yeah.
Because they can be members. So like the Ascension and Obscura are more like membership. It's like an organization that you can be a part of.
Sure, it's Democratic and Republican. Yeah,
Exactly.
okay.
It's like Club Disney.
So
They just have
strategically,
a chokehold on the
does it
governmental
make
system.
sense to diversify and try to get both, or do we pick one and go all in?
I think we should figure out what their
or what
deal
they stand
is.
for and pick the
Yeah.
one we align with.
like. We don't know anything about how they align themselves, so.
Should we go with split up the casters?
And from I guess a meta perspective, each one will have their own benefits.
Yeah.
One might be more martial based. One might be more kind of sneaky. What's the
Espionage.
espionage?
Oh, so I should go that one.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's all go to the Ascension.
Okay.
All right.
I've already left out the door, so I don't hear
Yeah,
any
yeah.
of this.
You all
We follow
chase
Yonsei down the
after
street.
Yonsei, who's just like out. I don't know, government bullshit, whatever. Takes off towards the Ascension Hall. You all chase after him, and catch up just in time to make it to the Ascension Hall. And it is a very stately building. It is marble, which is crazy because this has been a city of glass and crystal and like lots of see-through delicate things, and this is like a building made of marble,
Yeah.
giant columns inlaid with mother of pearl and gold and gems. It's like super loud, super gaudy, super stately, heavy ass building.
Gosh, so it looks like a post office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's funny
Yeah.
how it's the only building that isn't see-through or has any exposed.
What are they hiding?
Yeah.
Secrets.
One might say that they're not transparent as an organization. Anyways, knock, knock, knock. Wait, we can just go in.
You walk on in and there's this like red carpet that leads up to this like walnut desk
Hate it.
that the receptionist is sitting at. There are statues of like these really like pompous looking wizards along both sides, just giant statues
Getting flashbacks.
interspersed with
working
the
downtown.
columns.
Post office square. A lot of the buildings are like that.
Yeah.
I don't work down there.
Nice shiny placards at the base of every statue, torches blazing as you walk on past towards this very heavy, gorgeous walnut desk carved with this again a red overlay, cloth silk overlay, and a very, 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 like, even for gnomish size terms, a very small gnome woman sits on a stool behind the desk, writing in a book. As you see, she has like a little, for lack of a better term, a phone board of sending stones that she's like taking calls and like taking notes. Oh, yeah, they'll call you back later. Is there a number that I can reach you best at? Uh-huh. And she's like writing all this down, and she's like just jumping from call to call to call.
Does she seem confident or befuddled?
She seems very stressed, a little overwhelmed. Her voice kind of wavers a little bit. And she's just like filling out like notepads, taking post-it notes, sticking them on her desk all over. And yeah, that's what you see. There are other people in this space kind of milling about. You see some more official looking people go in and out of a back door in the back of the room on one side. And there's another door on the other side that you haven't seen anybody coming out of. Yeah. What do you all do?
As we're walking up, does anyone particular want to take lead on this conversation?
I think the smartest person should take lead.
Hi, I'm Upri. What's your name? I walk up.
They finish up their phone call, they put it down, and you can see that like there's still some stones that are like lighting up, and they're kind of like just like flashing. Yes, can I help you?
Yeah, hi. We're here to see your leader.
And you are?
Upri.
Do you have an appointment?
Yes.
All right, for what time? And they pull out this like big ledger book, and they start flipping. There's like lifting these pages and flopping them down, slamming through, flipping through. They get to a sheet, and they put their finger on the piece of paper, and they start scrolling down.
Are there any empty spaces?
No.
Can I cast prestidigitation?
I really will say prejudice, and I was like, what?
I think prestidigitation allows you to write on surfaces. Yeah, you can add a mark to a surface for an hour, and I don't have to be touching it. So can I, Upri, just say it. I whisper in Upri's time. Say a time, and I'll put it on the
I
paper.
was gonna say I could link us if we wanted to.
Oh yeah,
You'll have a psychic connection. Up.
Yes.
I say Upri. Say what time is it now?
Yeah.
This is early morning.
Yeah, it's probably like 9, 10 a.m.
Upri, say you have an appointment for 9:30, and I'm gonna put it on the paper.
I have an appointment for 9:30.
And I cast prestidigitation.
Oh, yeah, I totally remember making this appointment.
I have days like that too.
I will let them know that you are here.
Thank you.
And they should be with you shortly.
Do you have any snacks?
There is a water cooler behind that pillar over there.
No, like lollipops or something? This is a bank, right?
I might have something in my drawer. And she pulls open her drawer, and you see her shifting around.
If you also have some crackers, that'd be great.
I have this. And she hands you like a piece of chocolate that's like broken apart and has just been like sitting in a like
Oh, thank
wax
you. I'll
piece
just
of
take
paper.
it. Immediately put it in my mouth. And then just go wander off to the nearest chair.
Yeah.
So we'll sit and wait.
I'm gonna walk around this lobby and write down the names of the folks with the fancy statues, and hopefully try to glean a little bit of the history of this organization.
Yeah, of course. So you sit down, you wait for a little while, longer. At this point, it's like 9:30. No one showed up yet. 5 minutes go by before you see an older high elf looking person come through the right door. They are wearing black robes that go from shoulder down to the floor with this intricate silver embroidery along all of the trim work. And then they have these bangles that go around their arm and just kind of float around their arm. A little crystal spins around on one of these and just kind of like orbits the bracelet. You see them go up to the front desk where they have a short conversation with the now even more crumpled in on themselves receptionist before they turn your direction and just lift their nose up, hold their book into their chest, and stare at you.
I think that means we go.
Oh, okay. And Upper will get out of her chair.
Come on, I don't have all day.
I mean, I have this time slot.
Yes, and I'm very busy. So, back into my office.
Sure.
Let's go.
These are my associates.
Very good, Upri.
My name is Juniper Langleberry. Nice to meet you.
Anyways, that is my office, and
Okay.
it's like at the end of the hall. There is an office. I'll be right with you.
Oh, let's snoop. And Upper will just like kind of briskly walk into the office.
As we're going, I'm mentally pinging everybody. So wait, what's our story? What's our in?
I don't really remember why we're here.
We're here to gain influence with one of the three ruling parties, and get some forces to battle the evil nature.
So we should tell them we're here for a job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
How could we
Here
should?
for a job for potential membership.
How can we
Should
help
we-
you? Yeah,
Should we lie and say we know how to fix the rumblings or something? And then go fix them?
we can investigate it at least.
Yeah, we can investigate it. We could, and then they could claim
that they did it.
that they were at least part of doing it. And it's just a general vibe check.
All right. How long before they join us in the office? Do I have time to look
So,
at bookcases and stuff?
You make your way to the end of the hallway, and you go to pass through the threshold of the office and find yourselves smacking your forehead on a protective barrier. When you look behind you to see where they went off to, you see that they have stepped into a side office. You can hear them directing somebody else in that office.
What?
You hear a yes, ma'am, of course. Right away, ma'am.
Do I have to spell magic?
Before
Don't do
you
it.
see them exit that office and begin making their way down to the hallway, they wave their hand and you see that shimmer of protective barrier disappear.
Okay.
We proceeded.
No, my inspiration.
You proceed in, now followed by them. They glide on over to their desk and sit down, and they go, "All right, why has my idiot receptionist made an appointment with you all?"
Did we?
First of all, how dare you call them an idiot? They worked really hard.
Yeah, I disagree. Anyways,
Damn.
What was the name on? Was there a name on the ledger or on their door that we can address them by, or on their desk?
Yeah, who is this?
on their desk, you see Archmage Callista Emberfrost.
Oh man, I
Oh,
love
that's
these
Lockhart.
compound names.
Out with it. Why do I have an appointment with you?
We have a proposition.
You have 15 minutes.
Our appointment's for 30.
Unfortunately, I had to double book, so here we are.
Well, Cal. Can I call you Cal?
You may not.
Well, listen, Cal. We are heroes of...
Archmage Emberfrost.
Yes, Archmage Cal. We are heroes of quite somewhere now. I'm sure you've heard of us.
Remember, we're making friends.
Yeah, and part of that is terms of endearment. Upper just stops mid-sentence and things. And then, yeah, we hear you, might need some favors to further advance yourself politically. And we are the kind of people that are great at doing favors.
I don't like the way that you're winking at me, but what can you four offer me?
Can I just skip all this and cast mass suggestion?
You may.
Okay, never mind. Fine, never mind.
They will know when it wears off, and we'll probably be arrested.
Yeah.
Oh, never
Should
mind.
not try to influence her.
I say that in the hive mind, and then I hear a bunch of no, D&D, those are the rules, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
We're great at
Yeah.
investigation. We've solved problems. We've found a lost town. We've broken time spells. And I hear that you're having an earthquake problem.
And I'm sure you've heard of the town of Valeria, which recently came back into the political view of our nation after being lost for, I don't know, how many years was it?
It was at least 14?
14, something like that. Yeah. We
Oh, so you're outsiders. Good to know.
As opposed to people that are born here.
Wow. I don't think your constituents would. I'm kidding.
We may be outsiders, but we are great friends with Daphne.
Me.
All right. Give me a persuasion roll
Oh, no.
Not me, right?
with advantage.
Oh.
Everyone?
No, just one of you.
I've got +5.
Same.
I got
Persuasion. I have +4.
0.
You can do it. Oh, 21.
Nice.
All right.
Good, 'cause the other one was a nat 1. Ooh.
Daphne. And how do you know Daphne?
She wrote books on us.
Yes.
Yeah. We're
pretty renowned adventurers, and we've been in contact with her for a while now, as she has been helping us using her divination magic to further our adventures.
Wow, I was going to say
yeah.
the chosen ones, but that sounds way better.
Technically, we're considered the heroes of prophecy. So, yeah.
I am assuming that she then briefed you on what our little faction stands for.
Yes, absolutely. And we all remember what she said.
But if you want to use it in your own words, we allow that space.
Yeah, what
We'd
does
love
this
to hear it from the
faction mean
source.
to you?
All right, give me a deception, Kai. Yancey.
With advantage?
Nope.
Wow.
After you insult them multiple times in this conversation.
I didn't insult them. I just told them who they were. It's not my fault they can't look at a mirror. It was a 14.
14. Wow, y'all are really wasting my time. This is the Ascension. I am their Archmage. I hope that information was at least available to you.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd met Daphne. sometimes. Not all there about present things. But please continue.
There are few things that I see at this time that you could do for us, but ultimately, we seek to exert our superiority on the rest of the world as mages of learned, powerful families.
This is Trump. Lord Jesus Christ.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
It looks like we double booked ourselves.
Yes.
Yes, I dare say you check your notes next time.
Ex-
You can see yourselves out.
I
And she goes to writing in a notebook.
Wait, real quick. Cal.
Arch Mesa Billy Bob.
She completely just
There we go.
ignores you at this point.
You know what would really impress the people that seem to be fighting in this town, that are on the edge of they can barely sleep at night, and the fears that they're going to fall into the pool of water beneath this floating island?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to be the one of the two factions that actually solves a problem instead of worrying about if you're going to die or not?
And let's be clear, we're going to solve that fucking problem. So if you want credit, you let us know. Otherwise, it's going to the other kids.
So there's like a moment of silence well, not silence. You hear her aggressively scrawling across her pad of paper. For she slams the book shut and she goes, "The other people are the reason that we're stuck in this hellhole underground. I seek a world where we live peacefully above. Can you make that happen?"
Okay,
You're-
Ursula.
Does the peace come after you dominate everyone?
Mm.
The powers that be above have decided they don't want to live with us as is.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. I
that is
forgot we're in a
true.
magic hating world. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that's right.
It's coming back to me.
But you, and this is out of character. They seek to flip that balance of power, not necessarily balance the scales. To
Oh.
fully flip it.
Yes.
Well,
Slowly.
perhaps they're unaware. SIAG is destroyed. So who is actually mandating whether or not source users can, or unregistered mages can operate? Because it seems to me that there's nothing really restricting you nowadays.
And the Order of Prey Impeditium.
Yes, have you solved that little, just tidbit of a problem with the order?
The socioeconomic problems? No.
I mean, yes.
Remove that silly little institution masquerading as a religion, and you may have gained my trust. Otherwise, I have no use for you.
Got it. So take down an entire religious sect. The most
Me?
prominent religious sect.
Or at least demonstrate your capacity and willingness to do so.
Maybe
Oh,
we should
do
have
they
went.
have a local church? We could go set it
No,
on
they
fire.
do not have a church in the Underkeep. They are strictly forbidden here. This is a purely secular city.
Listen, you're throwing a lot of big words around.
Yeah, I really think we should have went to the liberals first. At least
Well,
they would have
we-
given us pronouns
We
before they
appreciate
did this.
your time.
Got him. I'll see that clipped.
Could we? I mean, like, do you have any interest in fixing the issue with the rumbling and potentially falling of the city?
It
Because-
could potentially be of use to our mission, but is more of a distraction than anything. Would at least afford us the space and time to further our endeavors.
What I hear
And
is we'll
praise
accept
of
a
the people.
temporary fix.
Yeah.
Should we share that we're also intending to eventually overthrow the order, but we need people to do it?
Oh God, no! Fuck this lady.
Okay. we'll
I
we'll do it
mean-
just to spite her.
Even though we don't like her, we could still use her.
Yes, I mean yes, but I think we should keep that to ourselves for now.
Right.
Not set any
There's that
expectations.
saying, hang out with your friends as much as you can, but then also people you hate,
Do you
keep
really
them
expect a
around.
wizard of my stature not to know you're having a telepathic conversation in front of me? Get out of my office. Shoo shoo. Have this conversation elsewhere.
Okay, well, I would say it was a pleasure meeting you, but it surely hasn't been. And I leave.
The same to you, my dear.
Wait, is there? Are there a bowl of like snacks? Like I go and I grab the bowl, and your candy sucks too, and I just walk out.
It's like rice wafers.
Wow.
I actually kind of like wafers, so I'm gonna take them and be like, your snacks suck, and I just take a handful. I'm like, except for these are delicious, and I dropped them on the floor, and I walk out.
As we leave, I want to say something mean to her, but I won't.
Do it.
You have
She
split
Probably
ends.
likes it.
I'm going.
She probably sees it as authority.
I'm gonna say, well, Archmage Archibald Shiver Tongue would never act to visitors this way, and I leave. And that was one of the names of the people.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a statue in the lobby.
As you are exiting,
Oh.
or as you attempt to exit her office, you whack your face on the protective barrier. She waits just a moment for you to realize your failures, and then she waves the barrier away.
Words still stand. And I give her the eyes.
So he was still in the office.
Sal, why is your face red?
Well, that's my skin color.
No, but it's redder than normal. Just like right here.
I have been doing a nighttime exfoliation routine that maybe I need to alter the.
You might be allergic to something. Do you want me to take a look at that? I could look.
It has clams in it. Is that maybe I'm allergic to shellfish?
Okay. Anyways,
You're putting clam juice on your face?
Yeah. Daphne's fridge has a lot of ingredients.
Are you still in the office though?
No, I'm sure I followed. I was going to say something, but I don't think I can say that word on Twitch.
probably not.
Well, she's giving me it.
Serving.
Is
What
it
does
open?
say?
Is it open every day on Tuesday? Never mind. I know what you mean.
Yes.
Yes, it is open every day on Tuesdays.
Creativity, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
Yes.
Correct.
Charisma. Sorry.
Not only she's a gay icon, but we hate her.
Yes. But like, I love that I hate her.
Come
All
on.
right.
Trauma.
So you make your way out of the office, down the hallway, and back into the lobby.
What was the gnome at the front desk? What was their name?
You never asked.
I did. I said, "Hi, I'm up here. What's your name?" And she never responded.
Oh, yes, correct.
Got
Thank
him.
you. Sorry. She did not
She was too
respond.
busy.
No. Listen, I'm Upri. I'm just on the way out. I'm going to say this. We're going to go visit the Obscura whatchamacallit. If they need someone at their front desk, do you want me to put in your application? These people kind of seem like douche canoes.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh my God, I got to stop doing this. I was like, 21, but that's not on a D20. 12.
You're very kind, but no thank you. And my name is Scalia.
Oh. Thanks, Scaly.
Scally or Skelly?
Scalia.
Scally. All right, bye.
Off to the Obscura.
So do you know where Obscura is?
Oh,
Yeah.
real quick, Scally, do you know where the Obscura place is?
Oh, yeah, I can, do you have a map I can mark it on?
Sale?
Yeah, I give them the map.
Okay. And they will mark the location on the map. They just circle, and it's just like in the like noble district. It's just like one of the buildings. And then they say, you have to go around in the back, and the password is ever in the darkness.
Oh, all right. These are some scene kids we're about to go see.
Yeah.
Should we go talk to
But if
Cyril
anybody asks,
or-
I did not tell you any of this. Especially the Archmage, okay?
Got
Don't
it.
worry.
Well, she's a punt, so
She's not a punch. She was serving punch. Let's be clear.
Yes, you're serving.
Punt lady.
And
Should we-
I give you some of the wafers that I took.
Oh, no, are those like the Jesus wafers?
Basically.
Oh
She
my
had
goodness.
this
No, rice wafers
anti-church
are like
lady
the
had
cheap
Jesus
ones.
wafers on her desk.
These are the cheap ones, yes.
They're basically, the Eucharist.
Yep. All right. So you exit the
Let's-
Ascension Hall.
We need to go talk to a local.
A yokel.
I mean, like who?
We could go to the bar and just ask one of the bartenders to give us more of a lowdown, because I didn't expect Miss Frost Queen, like, of all the people to get a meeting with, I didn't expect to be like the head of the DNC of the
Oh,
RNC.
should I not have asked for the leader?
I maybe a low level assistant.
Oopsie.
Yeah, you did fake your way into a meeting with their leader, which was indeed the Archmage of an organization that wants world dominance.
Eee.
Well, now we know.
Yeah.
But we did do a speed run, which I appreciate your efforts in going straight to the top.
Well, if we walk close enough to Daphne's home, I can just ping her
Okay.
and do our conversation.
Do people like her? I can't tell.
It seems like she's got prominent pull in
She
the city.
has demonstrated pool.
She's an
Okay.
oracle.
But like people are kind of
That-
like crazy old cat lady a little too.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
In the conversation you just had, the most positive part of getting information out of them was mentioning Daphne's
Oh,
name.
was name dropping?
Was name
Okay.
dropping.
All right.
I mean, the bar was real low because you came in real hot with poor social tact
I am
and
hot,
insults.
thank you.
Um,
Tagged.
so the name dropping was the best thing you did, and that was when you saw a shift in composure. There was a slight change in tone, slight. And she did come around to giving you a little bit of information as a result.
And then to the other kids, are we allowed to tell them that the world's gonna end? I never remember.
If again, let's walk close to Daphne's house, and I'll just double check.
Okay.
Well, can't Daphne just ping us at any time?
She can, but we can't initiate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can we just stroll past, take a path that takes us past Daphne's house? Daphne, are you there? Hello? Hello?
What?
Wake up.
Huh?
Come on.
Oh,
Sleepyhead.
Ren.
Hi, did I mention that I can do this? I think you were there last
You
time I
didn't
did
need
this.
to, my dear. It's okay.
Ooh.
So we were wondering a couple of things. We never got a clarification. Can we talk about the end of the world with other people, or is that a hush-hush topic?
I mean, you're welcome to do so if they'll believe you.
So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
Some people are probably in the know that there's something on the horizon.
Okay. All
So-
right. Second question. What can you tell us about the Obscura? Anybody you know, any connections you have there that we might be able to speak with? Do they like you there? Should we name drop you, etc.?
Oh, and after that, what do you know about Archduke Kale?
Ember Frost. Callista Ember Frost.
Archmage Emberfrost.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, yes. I see you've already paid her a visit. Probably should have prepped you a little bit more for that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of a front. But with Obscura, you'll probably want to meet with Talos Shadowcloak. That's the Grand Enchanter. A little bit more agreeable to converse with. Just be patient with them.
Hmm.
Why, they're like super old and like really slow.
They tend to be a bit
Enchanter.
cloistered.
Mm.
Which is
Oh,
Oh,
apologies.
thanks. Yeah.
Guarded.
Guarded.
Yes.
What's the structure of the Obscura? Like, how's their hierarchy set up?
They've got a Grand Enchanter, and then there's everybody else.
Okay, gotcha.
And who is Talos Shadowfoot?
Cloak.
Is that the Grand Enchanter?
Yes.
It is Grand Enchanter, yes.
All right.
Fourth question. Can you put some of those sarsaparillas in the icebox?
Oh.
Of course, I'll have Cyril run by the corner shop again before tonight's session.
All right, thank you. If they can be early, sooner rather than later, we may come back a little early. Thank you.
Yeah, fair enough.
He'll do his best.
Do you happen to know exactly what the Obscura's mission statement is? Because we learned that the Ascension wants to overthrow the current government above ground, which is a shock to me.
Oh, Obscura is very similar, except they have a very different way of doing it. They'd rather rule from the shadows.
Oh.
Pull the puppet strings.
Ooh.
Oh,
So no one wants to live in harmony.
they all want to dominate the people that have dominated them for millennia.
Hey, listen, I love a dom top, but like this is a ridiculous.
A non-consensual dom top.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know much about government or whatever, but I feel like no one party should be in power. Maybe we lie to all of them, and at the end we go, surprise, you're all ruling council. Each of you has 1/10 of the pie. Good luck.
Very Game of Thrones.
Very
Is it? I
impressive
thought
if
that
you can
killed
pull that
everyone,
off.
and then what?
Very impressive if you can pull that off.
Challenge accepted, Dave.
And the Council of Mages has no other aspirations other than to rule the city, right?
The Council of Mages?
Yeah.
I mean, they're just our local government.
Okay, that's what.
They're elected officials.
No hidden agendas to create a wormhole that destroys the world.
Not to my knowledge.
No, that's
no.
just Alice.
That's just.
Yeah, are you projecting? What's happening?
Oh gosh, I felt like Alice was talking through my forehead.
Technically, we are projecting, so we can talk to them.
Oh, that.
Yeah. Oh, I think we're out of range. I think. Oh, there she goes. Would you want me to?
Oh no, I
step back in?
was faking that we were going through a tunnel.
No, but I actually think we're out of range. We just walked past.
All right, so to Obscura,
Obscura.
Pontifica, whatever.
Yeah, we'll find that building and go to the back door.
Maybe we should do some makeup. Give her like eyeshadow.
Makeup. Oh, look like scene kids.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just do disguise self, and my leafy hair will just kind of cover half my face now. And I'll just give myself a nice dark wing.
Yeah.
Just one.
Just one. Why would do both, right? It's covered.
You make your way to where Scalia marked on your map. It is a nice looking estate building. There is a wall around the perimeter, and you make your way around to the back where there is a gate.
What,
I'm just-
Hale?
I'm whispering to. I look around to bushes where there might be somebody hiding. I'm whispering. Ever in the darkness.
Yes, Salvador starts very timidly and gingerly saying it at first, before they say it loud enough for our audience to hear them through their mic.
Ever in the darkness.
Shade.
And as you recite those words, you hear a little, almost like chime dinging,
In the bushes?
and the gate shimmers just slightly.
Can I stick my hand through it?
You stick your hand through the gate bars, and there's nothing.
No, into the gate. Like the not like through the slots of the gate. Like I want to see if I
Into
can.
the bars.
Into the bar.
Okay. You press your hand into the cold metal bars of the gate.
Okay, so it's physical.
Yes.
Gotcha. You said a shimmer. I thought illusion.
It does shimmer.
Never mind.
Shimmer, yes.
Yeah, but I thought
With
illusion. that's-
magic. Like arcane lock.
Can I open it?
You open the gate, and as you do so, you see this archway appear. This like purpley black shimmery barrier.
This is gaudy as fuck.
Kind of like it. Anyways, all right. Through the archway.
It extends into a narrow tunnel as the gate closes behind you. You see the shimmer of the magic archway fade away, and you are now in an arcane tunnel of that purpley magic. At the other end, you hear a murmur of voices.
I'll take point on this one, gentlemen.
Okay.
Okay.
And I walk with purpose.
Oh.
All right. You begin to walk down the hallway as a light at the end of the tunnel grows, and you start to see a large chamber. In the middle, you see a circle of mages collected in robes, black robes, and hoods.
Hi, hello, mages. My name is Till the Water's Clear, and I am here because I would love to speak to your Grand Inquisitor. We have an appointment at 11:30. I think we're a little bit early, but we would love. Sorry, he, him pronouns. We would love to talk to someone.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Also, it's Grand Enchanter.
Oh,
What did he say?
Inquisitor.
He's a Grand Inquisitor.
Oh.
what was
They're
it?
very
What
two
role?
very different things.
It's a persuasion.
Oh, Inquisitors are like the Inquisition.
Yeah.
I'm in grand whatever.
Enchanter.
Enchanter. That would be a
Ooh.
21.
Whoa.
In the circle, one of the robed figures steps forward and removes their cowl, revealing in a tiefling with deep wrinkles, like an old tiefling. Their skin is kind of dry and sagging. There are dark circles under their eyes. There is a sadness to their face from years of that emotion engraved on their skin. And they step forward and they go, I am the Grand Enchanter Talos Stormcloak that you seek. And who may you be?
My name
For
is
we do not make appointments here.
my name is Tilda the Water's Clear, and I am here with my associates.
Give
Muddy.
me a deception check.
Buddy.
I got an 11.
Yes, I can repeat myself one more time. Who might you be?
I don't think there's any reason to lie.
Okay, so our name. My name is Yonsei Bay. My name is not actually Till the Water's Clear, but I have a really funny story about that.
That is apparent.
Ooh, spicy. And these are my associates, my sister, and my two, I guess, friends. And we are the saviors of the world, and we are here to help.
You see, they kind of do that like slow blink when you say saviors of the world. They're like, all right.
And we're here to help you. And in the hive mind, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have taken point on this, but it's too late now.
You just hear the hive mind up. You go, wow, we are related.
And I want to see how we want to help you out with.
Yeah. We both dislike the Order of Prayer and Pudicium and how they've taken over control.
And that Grand Inquisitor, yuck.
You mean the Archmage?
Yes, that one. Yuck. We hate her.
We previously had a conversation with Archmage Emberfrost, and she's very frigid.
That is one way to describe her.
So, Grand
I can't do it loud.
Grand Enchantress. How can we help?
Did you just say
And-
Grand Enchantress?
What do you request in return for your services?
We would like an alliance with you. We understand that you do not agree with whatever her name is, Amberfrost, with about magic and ruling. They want to rule with an iron fist. And I think we can all agree that magic done right can be done in the shadows. Can be out in public, but also controlled through the shadows. And we would just like an alliance. We scratch your back. You scratch our backs. With different loofahs.
Alliances are fickle and must be earned. What is it that you can provide us?
We can fix your issue with the city and its stability on the weave that holds it before falling into the cavern. We can fix that issue for you. We know that you have had issues figuring it out. And if you give us a chance to fix it, we can earn that alliance you so desperately need.
Give me a persuasion check.
I said what I said. That was a 9.
You've got inspiration if you want to use it for any of
Oh,
these
yeah.
roles.
Oh yeah.
I want to save that for the party.
Okay.
I think we're gonna need it.
That's fair.
I think you should have prepared better for this meeting. You seem to be talking to the wrong people. Make your way to the Council of Mages. They may have more interest in what you have to offer. Our needs lie elsewhere.
We know that your aspirations reach beyond these walls and that you, along with your counterparts at the Ascension, don't really want to stay here long term, underground, with limited influence. And all of us, each of us-
Limited. I dare say our influence is limited.
however, each of us has our own connections with creatures that are beyond comprehension. We have connections that expand not only to the edges of the continent, but the edges of reality. None to say that we have popular friends here already, but we would like to add a few more.
Give me a persuasion check, Salvador.
Oh God, I hope this goes okay.
I thought I was really working hard.
I'm sorry. That's a 15.
Your speech is rather cryptic, but
Aubrey pulls out a sewing needle. I can give a demonstration.
I must say I am intrigued.
Are you gonna poke me?
Do you accept? Oh, that
Oh.
probably would be. No, I was gonna. Can I poke you?
I would rather not consent to
It's-
mysterious magic.
Can be less believable. We would just swap bodies.
Give me a persuasion check.
Huh.
Aubrey.
Let's try this die. 3.
Unfortunately,
probably a little rusty.
I don't know you well enough to trust.
Can I
Could you pick somebody else?
make a melee spell attack?
You may.
Just gonna do
Are
it.
you ready for repercussions of these actions?
Just do it on me.
But it's less believable. What about like one of your underlings? You know, like one you don't care about if their soul accidentally goes woo and never comes back.
He blinks a couple times slowly and goes, "If you cannot do a demonstration without putting myself or the rest of the members of Obscura at risk,
I can do one.
I don't know how much this conversation is going to continue."
What do you want to do, Janssen?
I haven't used these spells really since.
Are you sure you want to try it out here?
I think we have to. I'm saying this all in the hive mind that they probably know that we're talking.
Oh yeah.
I am going to cast Greener on the other side, and that allows for an extra dimensional space and range that lasts during the duration. So,
You create a pocket dimension?
essentially, and beyond the portal, it represents the ideal life of a target creature, one they envy for themselves. So, I am willing to take the repercussions of doing it on them because it doesn't actually hurt them.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. I'll do that.
All right.
The target must make a DC 16 Wisdom save
Or consent.
or consent.
Yeah.
Maybe they could if they want to consent to it.
Could they consent to it? And I'll vocalize. The spell I'm about to do will not hurt you or anyone in this room, and you can. That is my promise. And if it does, I will take whatever punishment. I and I alone will take whatever punishment you may deem satisfactory.
All right. Give me a persuasion check.
Lord Jesus. Damn it!
Inspiration.
And use a different die.
Yeah, I'll do inspiration. Hopefully, I can gain inspiration again. Oh.
I will take your inspiration token.
We have little tokens now if we have inspiration.
Yum, 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 yum. Yes, we have inspiration tokens now so that I don't forget to hand them out. All right, what was that persuasion check?
That is a 20.
Whoa!
All right.
Ooh, worth it.
Dirty.
All right. It's not like I don't have proper protocol and protections in place. Should you do harm to myself, I consent.
All right, and then I cast Greener on the other side, and I cast it. I cast it kind of like a mirror, so I cast it in front of them, but further back so they can see it, and I think we can see it as well. So that's what I cast.
All right. So an archway appears, and I believe it's like the entrance of like a building is what it's supposed to be, right?
It doesn't say, so it just says it creates a portal.
Okay.
But I'll add some flavor. I do some twirls and I make it look as beautiful. So flowers, as the portal creates itself, since it's green on the other side, you see petals that are shifting from like dark green and bright green, pinks and yellows, and like the columns that the column of the arch is very elegant and shimmery.
Gorgeous. As this portal appears, you see they begin to inspect it. You see that they cast a detect magic spell, an identify spell. They just kind of flip through all of their like arsenal of divination spells to examine the magic, and they look at it very quizzitively.
And I look at them and I say, I promise. Hold on, let me do it more dramatically. I promise it won't hurt you.
Intriguing. This is interesting magics. I have, although I don't like to admit, have never seen the likes of this before. Where did you say you came across this spell?
I was born with? No, I wasn't born with it. It's special magic that we each have.
That it is indeed. And you say there will be no harm to myself should I step through the precipice of the portal?
There will be no physical harm that comes your way.
He looks at the other mages, still standing silently and motionlessly in the circle around the room, and then back at the portal before he steps through. You see the surface of the portal ripple as his form passes the threshold.
I forgot to read. The caster or anyone who enters this space must make a DC 12 wisdom save. On a failed save, the creature is enamored by the fantasy and cannot leave until the spell ends.
All right. So they step into the portal. Through it, you can see the world that you have created for them. It is akin to a Shadowfell.
I was going to say, it's very bleak as hell in there.
It is dark and shadowy. Mists and wisps flit around. But there is a purple-hued pathway that leads further into the space, as if they themselves find a guide throughout it. You watch as they wander deeper into this terrain. They look around, again examining it with their arsenal of identification spells and divination spells, before you see them turn around and return back to the room. This is very impressive. And you say that you can provide this type of magic to the Obscura. What else can it do?
Well, it depends on the person. We each have individual titans, so each of our powers are different. Each of the powers that we provide are different, but all equally helpful.
And these titans you speak of, is this your warlock pack?
I accidentally said titans.
Nah.
Yes, it's your warlock badge.
Can these entities be trusted? And can they be controlled?
We've controlled them so far with amazing success.
I mean, everyone
Can you
but
give
me.
me a deception roll?
Everyone but me has been pretty good.
I hate this. It was a 7.
It is this one. Well, perhaps the resources available to us at the Obscura could help in that.
Can we count on your alliance?
Can we count on your powers?
A question with a question. I love that. The answer is yes. You can count on us.
Should we put it into paper?
Yeah.
Or better yet,
We could do paper. We don't have to do anything else.
blood.
in my head, you wizards in this blood. Y'all kinks are weird. I look at the group. I hive mind the group. Blood.
Are blood packs binding?
Yes. Very much so. Should you not be able to uphold your end of the pact, you will find your energies siphoned until you are met with death.
Hmm. And if you don't hold up your end of the bargain,
The same will be true.
What is the bargain?
Well, the details can be worked out, but
No.
here is my proposal. We may call upon your powers in the months to come, as we foresee an upheaval of power, a vacuum. Each time we call upon said powers, you may bank a favor.
And when will this contract come to an end?
When our influence is fully in place and the ascension has been removed from the tableau.
Hmm.
A couple clarifying questions. One, what is the vision that you have for the world above? Is it a vision of magical superiority? Is it a vision of equality while pulling the strings from the shadows? What is the what is the plan? What is the ideal?
And as you say that, we're like, all we want is equity and equality. Yes, people have treated us magic users with shame, but that does not mean we do the same for them.
We seek to maintain our separation from those who often historically misunderstand and fear us. In return, we enact political gain and resources. Zero conflict is ever pursued. That is how we operate. We siphon what we need from the system and remain a secret to those above.
Good to know.
Second follow-up question. What we have shown you a small taste of what we are able to provide to the Obscura.
Mm-hmm.
What might the Obscura provide to us?
And as that's happening, Yonsei takes a step back, and I push Ren forward.
You seek the ability to control these powers. One resource we are able to provide. You have not highlighted the remainder of your objectives and enlightened me to that. But I assure you that we are able to provide many resources should you only ask.
Do you have like a short list?
What is it that you aim to achieve?
Well, we need an army to
Yeah.
fight
Yes.
for us
We
against Prey and
said that,
Predichum,
yeah.
who are now fighting for the Void, right?
Yeah.
Well, the Void army is different than Prey and Prudicium.
Oh, but we don't like either one.
We don't like them. So
So-
now there are four players and us. Void, the Silence, the Order, the Ascension, and the Obscura.
Right.
Ascension, the
Um,
Obscura, and the
we-
Void on top of those four.
Well, no, the Void is the Silence.
Oh,
The Silence is channeling the Void.
okay.
We, along with our associate and friend Daphne, who I'm sure you know, name dropping, foresee a potential war in the near future with forces outside of the Order of Prey and Pudicium that might threaten the existence of our a nation and the world beyond, in which we would need a substantial force to combat said enemy in this war, as well as influence to rally and provide resources to our allies. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that track? Yeah. Cool.
Of which we have none.
They don't even know that yet.
The form in which you seek these forces may differ from your original intent, but we can most sincerely oblige.
You say that, and it makes me actually very giddy and interested into what these forces might be. Could we have a demonstration? We provided a demonstration. I would love to see what demonstration you'll provide, if not for a standard army, one might say.
We do well to point pawns in the right direction. That is our expertise as an organization.
Oh, so maybe they can get Prey and Pedicha and the Silence to kill each other, and then we just swoop in and kill whoever's ever left.
Huh. Okay. We will consider your proposal, if that's all right. Have a day to discuss amongst ourselves and with Daphne and our associates here in the city. If we were to return at a later date, within a few days, I imagine, will this offer still stand?
It will absolutely still stand. Please take all the time you need to mull it over.
Also, I passed my save. Oh, that's why I was shuffling through the papers. I wanted to know. I got an
You
18.
walked into it too?
No, I just thought I had to, since I cast, I had to
Corruption.
roll
Oh,
it.
it's a
your
corruption.
So you got a will
Yeah.
point.
Okay, so you pass your corruption save and you get a will point.
I had
So
a 19.
I will update that.
I like to think that Yonsei stepped to the back to like vomit in their mouth a little bit, be like, okay, corruption. Swallow that back down, we're fine. Well, thank you so much for your time, Grand Enchanter Shadowcloak. We will leave you to whatever the heck you were doing before this.
It has been a pleasure.
Truly.
Also, as this is as we leave, I do a swing on my arm and the gateway closes because it's. I don't know how. It's only a minute long, but I'm figuring out. I'm assuming this was happening, so I just.
Yeah. As you make your way out of the Obscura fortress,
Tunnel.
House.
house,
Extra dimensional plane.
they return to the conversation that they were having before, and you leave back out to the Underkeep. And with that conversation done, we ourselves are going to go on a little break and return in 5 to 10 minutes. All right, we have returned from our break. Before break, we left off at the Obscura headquarters. mulling over a potential pact. What would you all like to do?
Agree?
To the pact?
On what? Oh,
Because honestly, I feel like the Ascension is sort of like the Order, and I don't really want to deal with them.
so you'd rather deal with a potentially nefarious shadow organization that wants to control the world?
At least they seem more welcoming. I don't know if we would make any headway with Callista Flockhart anyway.
Callista Flockhart.
I mean, I don't like neither, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's the less. What's the lesser of two? Well, do we even have to have a lesser of two? Why can't we just have good?
because we got to burn it all down first and start over, just like real
Unfortunately,
life.
the powers that be, none of our good
Yeah.
in the classical terms.
Yes,
It does seem
classical.
If the Obscura's excuse me, intentions are true, it seems as though that they would only take what they need and not influence the world in general. That's kind of the vibe I got from the way they described it. Now, whether or not that is an honest description of their desires, hard to say.
Well, we have to make a deal with one of them.
Well, I did the greener thing, so I've done my job for today.
Maybe I could put Callista to sleep or dazzle her some way that way. I could. I wonder if we could learn anything. Like, is Callista married? I could swap memories of her and her husband. I don't know. Most of mine are like changing memories and making illusions.
Maybe we I mean, do we want to consult Daphne and Cyril to see
Yeah.
like their vibes on well,
know-
they're
you
gonna
know-
know
you know
they're
what-
gonna know way better about like these organizations than we are. We just got here.
You know what they're gonna say? We can't let you know. We don't want to influence what you're gonna do.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, you need a pen. Here you go.
Thank you.
So what are you doing now?
We're sitting on the stoop,
Yeah.
Crying.
Chatting.
waiting for a pizza. Let's go. Well, if we want to get some renown to this town, we can definitely go to the Council of Mages and at least say it. If we want to follow up on that and then come back here tomorrow after we sleep on it.
All right.
Yeah. Maybe see if we can get somebody to give us something if we help out with the Shaking City.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I do not like the politics of this at all.
No, not in the
No.
slightest.
Honest, this is why I want to fight. This is why I need stadium days.
Yeah.
All right, to town hall then.
Off we go.
All right. So
We're
you
off to
make
see the wizard.
your way to town hall or the Council of Mages. Salvador has already been here.
Yo, Beatrice. How you doing?
Say it with more New York. Yo, Beatrice, how you kids? Hey, walk in here.
So you walk in. Beatrice is still the receptionist. There's still the like portrait of the council members sitting uncomfortably far apart from each other, all wearing black robes. Everybody just loves black robes in this for some reason.
It goes
I don't
well
know.
with the blue. All the blue in town.
Yeah. It's very New York, classy,
That accent.
sleek, slimming.
That's gotta be the accent of Archmage Lorian now.
Hey, yo, let me get a chopped cheese here while you save the world.
I'm still the dragon.
How you doing?
Oh,
sorry.
I could not keep that up in the slightest. So unfortunately, we're not going to do that. We're going to get another flavor of British or Southern. Because those are the only two things I could do other than the one Russian voice that I have, and what Chris has described as the nondescript Eastern European / Alabaman.
When did I say that?
That's what you referred to your father's accent.
Oh yeah. Oh, I remember that from the very the beginning of season 2.
Magical world. Accents are weird. So you know Beatrice?
I've met Beatrice. Do I know her? No. Is she my friend? Also no. She her last name is Pebble. And yeah, she's another receptionist.
She also a gnome?
Is she? I can't remember exactly. I don't believe so.
Nah,
Pebble
she
sounds like a
is
gnomish last name.
a halfling.
Halfling.
Maybe you should take point on this one.
I will bring in all of my charm that I had brought the day before, and I'm gonna walk up to the front desk and say, "Haley, Beatrice, it's me, Salvador from yesterday."
And for some reason, I didn't write down any notes about Beatrice, so I do not remember what she looks like or what she sounds like. So
Yeah, she is. Her last name is Pebble, and that's about all that I remember of her as well. But I'm gonna say we were curious. We happen to be fixers, and you've got a problem in this town with earthquakes, and we're pretty confident that we can fix it.
the pink tiefling again.
Hey,
She's just gonna be like this now.
Hey,
that
you
wasn't
know-
it, but yeah, I
It
love
was
it.
not it, but we're gonna try something new.
with you're such a. I'm just trying to get my bearings in the city, and I thought, hey, you're a friendly face.
Or should I say the awkward tiefling? You had some interesting questions last time you were here.
Oh, about the all the people that worked here, and I think I asked you what your favorite food was.
No, you asked what their favorite food was,
Oh,
and
that's
I did not have an answer for you.
Okay.
But I did direct you to the placard underneath the painting.
Mm-hmm. And I
Is
got
there
all
anything
the
else I can help you with today?
We were curious if we could have an audience. I don't know if they keep office hours here. Any of the members of the council.
They do have office hours. Is there one in particular that you are interested in speaking with? I can make an appointment for you.
Who's? Oh well, it wouldn't be for today. It'd be for another day. Or,
More likely than not, unless there is some sort of emergency.
who is currently dealing with the what's that department? The Department of Works,
The builders.
the Construction Guild. Is anybody that oversees or deals with the Construction Guild?
Well, there is the work group, but not work group. What is it called? What do they call that thing when there's like a government entity and they just like split off
A
into
commission,
like, commission, maybe
advisory board.
advisory board. That's it. There is the advisory board pulled together from the Council of Mages. Archmage Lorian Star Whisper is very keen on attending those meetings.
Well, then that'd be perfect if we could somehow get the details on that next meeting, or maybe set it on a parallel path. We can set up a meeting with Archmage Lauren Star Whisper and talk with him personally how we can best use our expertise.
I believe they were going in front of the town hall next Tuesday, if I recall correctly.
Anything sooner than then, because that's also, I believe that's on Stadium Day.
Yes, that is Stadium Day.
Okay.
Unfortunately, these things usually happen on Tuesdays
I see.
around 11 a.m. in the middle of the day.
I see.
It doesn't have any open appointments earlier than that.
Not unless you can give me a reason that I would have to reschedule one of his standing meetings. Their standing meetings. Apologies.
There was something odd happening last evening during in the vicinity of the Delves. I don't know if you've been over there recently. Have you?
Can't say that I have.
Have you ever been over there?
Oh, I went once with a bow.
A beau? Oh, like a boyfriend or girlfriend?
Yes,
Okay.
precisely. Didn't last, but
No.
it was a quaint little date.
I can
We had
imagine.
lunch at the fountain.
Oh, I had one too. It was. We'll have to share details later. Maybe we can go get a.
That's a really weird thing to do. I don't know you at all, and I don't want to talk to you about my love life.
I'm
Got
sorry.
him.
I was trying to connect with you. Forgive me for being so brash.
Apologies accepted.
But whenever I was over there yesterday, there was an earthquake, as you might have felt, but there was also an odd eminence coming out of the mines, and I have a feeling that there's a connection between those mines, these earthquakes, the source crystals, and the floating island, and the weave. So it's like a pentagram of things that are connected.
All right, information about the quakes that could potentially convince somebody. Do you have any qualifications that I should be aware of that may make it a little bit more plausible that you would be the ones taking care of this for us?
Upri's gonna summon her amber greatsword behind Sal and just hold it on her shoulder and smile.
I'll cast 2 Eldritch Blasts, but safely.
That is some weird qualifications. Give me a persuasion checks.
Do we have to?
These folks are masters of magic.
Yeah.
I dropped my sword.
You said persuasion.
Yes.
The Eldritch Blast everywhere. I got a 9.
Oh, how about
I
a
got a
chunk
9.
of ceiling falls off, hits me, and then I
Yeah,
drop my
I
sword.
don't know. I don't know if I can consider that qualifications. You are in the Underkeep, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we happen to be close friends with Daphne, as well as we have connections with the university as well.
Daphne? And is there any way you can corroborate your connections with Daphne?
You want us to bring her in?
Daphne, are you there? Are you listening?
Yes, can you talk telepathically to this for a second?
Yes, can I link into Daphne?
Bing,
Absolutely. It is now the afternoon, so you're
Boom, boom,
able
boom.
to connect with her. She is awake from her nap. So you hear the little like
America
feedback
Online.
for a moment. But she goes,
You got mail.
hi.
Hi, Daphne. Thank you for picking up. Hold, please. Do you mind if I connect? Do you mind if I connect
okay.
you to Daphne? I ask Beatrice.
You have Daphne on the line?
Yeah.
Telepathically?
Yes.
Oh, of course. I'd love to talk to Daphne.
Okay. I link
I've
them
always been
together.
wanting. Oh, hi, Daphne. Are you there? Hello. This is Daphne. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Oh, apologies. This is Beatrice from Town Hall. We're hoping to get a.
Yes, it's Beatrice from Town Hall.
Please go ahead, take it away.
Daphne, it's so nice to meet you. I have heard so many things about you, and I always wanted to talk to you. Can you send like an autograph or something?
Oh my goodness.
Does that work telepathically?
Are we in this too?
Wait, here, hold on, Daphne. Can you like send an image of like yourself or like your signature like to my mind?
Oh yes, I can connect with Beatrice directly. This should do it. And you see an image of Daphne just like hold out her hand, just like she's sitting in her lounger still. And she just like holds out her hand and just like, and you see this glow of light, and then all of a sudden on Beatrice's face you see it like light up with like a giant smile. She's like, "Oh yes, this is absolutely Daphne. Oh my gosh, Daphne!" Just like. I just love you so much. I hear all about you all the time from the council and yes, my dear. It's don't worry. I will send you an autograph in the mail. You'll receive it this afternoon.
Wow.
Come on.
Actually, I think I
seniority.
recall sending it yesterday. It should be in the mailbox. That's correct. If you go check, it should be there.
Come on, Variety Hour.
She already knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah, so she already said to sign. Oh my god.
There's a curious.
Oh my goodness.
Of her autobiography.
All right. And you see Beatrice like jump out and he like runs across to the mailbox and like opens it up with her key, pulls it out, and she has like a photograph.
I'm
a signed
assuming Beatrice's photos like this.
of Daphne.
Yes.
Yes, 100%. Just like with love.
So for
Daphne.
the rest of us, they can't hear any of the telepathy. We just see face journeys, and then they run over and get the signed photograph of Daphne. And we're just like, what the fuck?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so if you all have been sent by Daphne, that is definitely something that warrants a rescheduling of some of these meetings. Let me look right now. Oh yes, this was just like a little touch point. We could probably reschedule that tomorrow.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Fans.
It is for 2:00 this afternoon, which is oh my goodness. That is 10 minutes from now.
Wow.
Excellent. Well, we could just. Oh, sorry. Daphne, thank you so much.
Of
I
course.
don't know. Come see Beatrice sometimes.
Sure.
I double tap and end the connection.
All right. That's set. I've penciled you into the schedule with Archmage Lorian Star Whisper. They'll be with you in about 10 to 15 minutes whenever they finish up their current meeting.
What just happened?
Oh, did I? Sorry, I thought we were all connected. My bad. I connected.
I think Hive Mind, we all are, whether we want to or not.
No, I have to.
Oh, you have
ask
to pick them up. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I connected her with Daphne. There was a little bit of a fangirl moment, but it got us an appointment for 2:00.
Oh, okay.
Do you
And-
have? Sorry, go ahead.
No, you good.
I'm gonna look at the receptionist. What's her name again?
Beatrice.
Beatrice. Do you have any hard candy?
I do have some butterscotch.
All right, I'll take one.
All right. Right there in the bowl.
I take one and it's like, oh, it's red. Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Don't know how that got in there. I think that was called Jolly Rancher.
I can't do the accent. I'm bad. So, thank ya. Top of the
Well,
morning.
if you'd like to have a seat over there in the waiting area, they're very comfortable, especially those loungers there.
Well, yeah, we'll take a seat. Wait for Mr. Seer. Seer?
Whisper.
was-
Archmage
Whisperer.
Lorian Star Whisper.
The names in this town are very complex.
Yeah.
That's mages for you.
After 5-10 minutes of waiting, you do see this draconic dragonborn, basically, but not quite. They're like similar to dragonborn, like they have draconic features, but their skin is smooth in sections and only scaly around the cheekbones, and they have a flare that comes out along the sides, the fringe.
Just incorrected with sorcerers too.
Hey, then.
When they come through the back door, Beatrice waves you on over. That's Lorian Star Whisper. He'll be with you now. And he greets you with a smile and waves you back to the back offices.
All right.
Yeah, we head on down.
All right.
Hello.
This appointment was put on my schedule at the
Goodbye.
last minute, I see. Which means, unfortunately, I do not have an agenda. Would you like to provide one at this time?
Yes, we have the desire to inquire about how we might be able to help with your earthquake problem.
Oh, if you can solve that, you will save me so much headache on Tuesday.
I imagine so. You have to have these meetings with the construction guild.
They're not the ones that usually give me the headaches, but
Come on, Sean Connery.
I am open to listening to what you have to say.
There is some evidence that it's connected to something happening in the delves. I was there yesterday. There was an odd pulsation of energy coming out of the mines that I think ought to be investigated.
All right. To this way, here's my office. You may find yourselves comfortable. And he motions around to some sofas that are in his office, and he sits down at his desk. The Delve. All right. What makes you think that there's a connection with the runes?
This is a Chris thing that I might be misremembering, but did they used to mine in the Delves? It used to be like a mined area that they got crystals or some sort of resource out of.
Yes.
As I remember from other subterranean mining operations, there's usually, if something bad is going on, you can always point back to rumblings in the deep. And given what I saw yesterday with a humming, which is odd to come from a seemingly abandoned mine.
Yes, the mines have been docile for millennia at this point.
Just struck me as odd. And given our proclivity for problem solving,
Fixers. Yep.
we're definitely the fixers. Have you heard of the town of Valerian?
Yes, I have.
You can thank us for that.
For what part?
For the recent resurfacing of the city. My understanding is it's been lost to history for the past 14 to 15 years.
Oh. Okay, apologies. I should have noted that you were outsiders. Lost to history for the surface world.
Yes. I imagine you've been underground for quite some time.
Well, we go above ground. We just have a different recounting of history.
Maybe we should just let the city fall and move on.
But we need people to help with the army.
You're right.
Well, I would be forever indebted to you if you could solve our little problem.
What have you tried so far in terms of fixing this issue?
Great question.
We have attempted to have the Construction Guild reconfigure our circuitry, but unfortunately their designs have been unable to account for the fluctuations in magic.
That's something that came
Of
up
what?
in my notes
Of
whenever
math?
I was
Can you say
reviewing.
math?
Magic.
Okay.
Magic.
Yes, I understand that the weave has been sending additional magic that the capacitors cannot handle. Is my understanding of the issue. Is that correct?
Yes, that is what the Construction Guild manager has told me.
There is some information that we've gathered from above ground. There are certain rifts in towns that are opening up, portals to other worlds, other universes, and these are messing up ley lines.
Yes, this is... yes, I am aware of this.
Do you see the connection between the two? That
Oh,
maybe they're
absolutely, they are connected.
yeah.
Unfortunately, we have not been able to stop the rift. If you could do that, then I would be eternally in your debt. And so would the rest of the world, for that matter.
It's another problem that we're dealing with. Sorry, I feel like I'm talking a lot here. I motion over to.
No, please.
Well,
You're
I'll,
doing
But
great.
if you take care of this little problem for the Underkeep, you would be compensated for sure.
I have a question. Can I
Yeah.
take a step forward?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the RNC and the DNC in your city?
Oh, sorry. Are those little acronyms for? What does that stand for?
The RNC and the DNC.
I don't know.
The Ascension and the Obscura.
The Obsession and the Obscure.
Oh, I mean.
That's what I said.
Those organizations
My accent is really thick.
have been filling positions for hundreds of years within our government.
Do you align with either?
I myself ran on an independent ticket.
Good for you.
Is-
It is considerably difficult. A barrier that we have broken down only recently.
I don't think either parties have your city's best interest in mind, as we've come to find out today, Thursday.
Hence why I ran independent. I would agree with that sentiment.
If we were able to fix your issue with the city, what could you promise us?
Typically, these types of negotiations involve a request, not an open-ended. Is there something that you are looking for?
For the world not to end, but that's
Well,
And an army.
that would be lovely.
an army. Sorry,
An army. Oh,
And powerful allies.
that is a big request.
The
Just
fate
as-
of, yeah,
I'll say just as big as saving your city.
yeah.
I may not have an army at my arsenal, but I can provide many favors. The guilds themselves are civil servants of the cities and have many resources available to them. Arcane artifacts,
Well,
technologies,
Mm-hmm.
research, knowledge.
Glory. Do they have a private security company?
We do have our defense corps.
I
They
think-
are there not usually as a standing army, but to defend the Underkeep should it ever fall into siege. I believe their current objectives are aligned with building capacity to defend against the Order.
Mhm.
I would be very hesitant to divert those resources.
I think those were the answers to my questions. I look at everyone else in my party. I shouldn't make deals. I'm bad at them.
Yeah, we're linked now.
Says the warlock.
Yeah, I am really good at making deals. Just not with humans.
Well,
Okay, fair.
if you would like to just go take care of a problem, then that would be great, right? I don't have a problem with that. The delve, you say?
Yes. That's a lead. One lead.
Well, report back after you've paid it a visit.
Okay.
Sounds great. Thank you so much for seeing us.
Of course. It was a pleasure.
Well, bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
While we're in their office. Well, goodbye.
Bye-bye. John.
I will
Bye-bye.
show you out. And you will follow him out into the lobby, and then you're out of his office, and you're in the lobby.
Ah.
All right.
Well, I
We
think
can
that
go out
went
to the
well.
street. Yeah.
Well, how'd it go?
Perfect.
Oh, I forgot about that voice. It went really well.
Oh, that's great to hear.
He's the nicest official that we've met here today.
Oh, I do enjoy working for him.
All right. Well, you have a great day, Beatrice. We'll be on our way.
Thank you. And it was nice to see you again, Mr. Awkward Tiefling Man.
I tip my imaginary hat to Beatrice.
Gosh.
Actually, no, I am wearing a hat. I'm wearing the kepi. We all have our fancy hats now.
All right, hopefully I see you around again. This has been my entertainment for the week.
Fun.
As we walk out, I'm gonna say sorry for Sal. They're boy crazy. They just don't know how to interact with anyone else. It's the
Oh,
cappy.
don't you worry. I understand.
Yeah,
It can do things to the mind.
exactly. It's quite the player, actually. But I'll tell you that
Ah.
another time, and I walk out.
All right. You've exited the Council of Mages.
This day has been interesting in that we don't have any deals, but we have tasks to do.
Hmm. I mean, we don't need to make deals right at this moment.
No.
We have not made any powerful friends, allies, though. I think we've actually made a couple of enemies at this point.
Yeah, if this is what being a politician's like, I understand why they're all so fucked up.
Yeah.
This is exactly what being a politician is like.
No wonder the good ones don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Well, at least we've got one good one. At least I think so.
Good-ish.
Although he was saying that they have an army, but they're basically not going to do anything for us.
I think he said,
Well, their priorities are to the city,
yeah, he
Yeah.
not to the world around.
he has cops.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You can't just take cops out in New York and send them over to Kansas.
But I will say, I will say that having the guilds on our side could be very beneficial as far as if a war does strike out, being able to utilize arcane technologies with maybe a different standing army and tangentially with another standing army.
The people.
The people, exactly. We want people on our side. Like the political groups, great. They're also very powerful. But the core of a people is its people. Are the comrades.
Yeah.
Settle down.
Sorry.
Settle down.
But yeah. I mean, I say we go look into the delve then.
Okay.
Go check out the mines. Do we have time today? What time is it? It was just 2:00.
Yeah.
We decided.
Yeah. All right. So you are going to hire a ferry over to the Delves. It gondolas over around the island over to a small platform where you can see some ruins of what once was probably the headquarters of the mining endeavor. So Salvador has already had a little bit of a tour of this place. So there is like a cute little fountain area, like a vestibule. It's when you all think of the word mine, you're thinking of like a hole in the ground where people dig with pickaxes, pull shit out in mine carts. This is extravagant. When they said mines, they meant ancient dwarves.
Like an old dwarf city.
This is the
Oh,
entrance of
Dunmer.
an old dwarven
I remember.
city.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even more scary that there's something rumbling in there. Could be a Balrog. Could be
Gas.
Yeah. Just,
Like to think that's just a gas problem that's making the city rumble.
Yeah.
We just have to burp the delve.
Papa Bino. Yeah.
There. You can burp.
Oh god, it's a dragon, isn't it? It's definitely a dragon.
A giant crystal dragon.
No, the dragons are the rulers of the city, as you found out.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a rumor that Lorien is actually a silver dragon.
Yes.
It is a rumor.
He
It
looks
is a
very
rumor.
dragony.
It is definitely
But he doesn't
draconic
look-
in some
It
sense.
doesn't look the full dragon.
Yeah.
though.
But dragons can also turn themselves into people. Like,
Yeah, they can
They're
look like
truly
full on
powerful.
humans
Yeah.
or any humanoid. So why look like that?
To throw people off. That's like, oh, he can't be he's just draconic. He's not
Just
actual
a
dragon.
half blood.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you lean into it, more likely to like.
Did he seem that smart
This-
though?
We've only talked to him for like 5 minutes.
I guess the doddering Sean Connery old man could be an axe.
It probably is.
I'm
He's-
actually Irish.
I mean, if he actually is a silver dragon, he is ancient for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Fair. And
Anyways.
yeah.
I cast light on my hat.
On your hat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do tieflings not have dark vision?
Oh, well, you don't have to.
I don't have dark vision.
I thought you were half elf.
Quarter
I'm
elf.
like eighth elf. I'm 1/8 elf, so I can
Yes,
see like that
we
far.
established it's like 10-foot
Yeah.
dark vision.
I have very weak.
So they
dark
can be
vision.
in melee
Got
and
it.
be okay.
Let's dive into this.
All right.
this
So
dwarven
you
ruin.
stand at the mouth of the delve. A grand stone archway marks its entrance to a set of stairs 40 feet wide that just head down. Every 2 flights, it evens off to a little bit of a landing and then continues on. As you look down, I guess you can only see 60 feet because of the light.
Yeah.
So the stairs, they disappear into the darkness of the delve. And you begin your descent.
Before we left, we let Daphne know we were going there.
Oh, yeah, Daphne, are you there?
I mean, she probably knows.
Oh, yeah, she definitely knows.
Oh, yeah.
She
She's like,
sent a
oh.
pic-
She already knows if we're coming back or not.
If we weren't, she would have already stopped us.
Probably.
No, she's
No,
very
she
hands
would,
off.
Yeah.
And you make your way deeper and deeper into this dark, damp, stale air that surrounds you. The stone is gorgeously carved. Intricate details into large blocks of stone, 10 by 10 feet, each block that you can see. The people who brought these stones here must have had insane technology or powerful magics in order to lift these stones. Or many people and perseverance. And after about 10 minutes of descending down these stairs, you reach the bottom, which leads into a grand entrance hall of sorts. 40-foot columns on either side, extending out in each direction beyond your 60-foot vision. An open space. For a moment, you feel like you've stepped outside into the darkness with the openness of this chamber. And that's when the ground begins to rumble,
Dun, dun, dun.
Desolation of smog.
accompanied by the low, buzzy hum echoing off the walls of the chamber. Something deeper in.
Does it remind me of anything? Is there a check that can be made to identify what is creating the hum?
Give me
And the answer can be no.
give me a type of check. Pick what you are strong at.
I analyze it.
Oh, it's been
Bonus
so
action,
long.
Analyze the sound. I mean, I could investigate, but that doesn't feel like a correct check for that.
Hmm.
I could nature check it. I'll nature. I'm gonna nature it. 19.
A 19. The hum does not sound natural. It sounds potentially mechanical or arcane. But it is difficult to differentiate between the two.
Could be both. Arcane technology and whatnot. No creature's making that noise.
Shall we continue to explore?
Yes. Why are you using that? What are you doing?
I
with
don't know.
this?
That
Okay.
every accent we've heard today has really affected me.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's okay. Just mirroring.
It's my new power.
Oh.
Tongues. Yeah.
Tongues. Let's go.
Yeah. So we heard it echoing from a certain direction or just below us?
Just
Around.
deeper in.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Keep
All
on.
right, let's keep trekking.
Yeah.
So you walk across deeper into this chamber. The sound of your boots hitting the stone slabs on the floor, causing the clink to echo through the chamber. Every step forward, you lose sight of the stairs just slightly more, finding yourselves afloat in the abyss of the darkness. Every chamber column looking so similar to the last. The precision of the carving so accurate and defined that only time has differentiated them from each other. A crack, a nick, a little chafe, a cobweb hanging from a corner. The only signs that you are passing a new column and not in fact walking in circles. Over time, you come across small wooden structures that have mostly decayed into piles of ruin. Partly preserved tatters of fabrics, ceramics, and metalworkings. As you continue through this space, you start to realize that this may once have been a market. The stalls decayed over time.
Any bodies?
No bodies.
What? I want to know. Did bad shit happen here, or do people just leave?
No skeletons
Okay.
or anything. It,
No, we're not. Don't bring that into the universe. I rebuke that in the name of Predichum or Tau, whatever one you believe in.
if you pause a moment to rummage through the piles, you can nick a couple artisanal goods,
Yeah.
jewelry, and the like.
That's
all,
really some fermented yogurt.
all mundane but expertly crafted. Could potentially catch a decent price on the market above.
Is this a protected area? Is it like a national park that we've just wandered into? Is it like the foreclosed mine that you're not supposed to go into?
No,
Sounds
so
like
like
the same
this
thing.
section is still like open to the public.
Okay.
You didn't go this deep. This is more of like visiting an ancient site. Where there's going to be a section of it that is open to the public because it's been deemed still safe. But like deeper on, it's going to probably be barred off, which is actually where we are about to come to a flight of stairs where you see a placard that says "Do not enter" and a bar of wood that goes across it.
I take off the bar of wood.
You could just like step around, but
Fine. I'll take be boring. I'll step around it.
After Jan steps around it, I'll kick it in half.
Right.
Roadhouse.
The wood splinters and clatters down the stairs.
It's like Lord of the Rings. Just on the stone walls and everything.
Yeah. You
That
hear
echoes
it echo
everywhere.
on the hard surfaces of the stone.
Oh, that's fun.
Don't-
I'll just call that down.
It echoes over and over again down the stairwell.
I don't like this.
Nothing in response.
Nothing in
No
response.
clattering. Not like 1,000 goblins that are about to descend on us.
No.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Keep going then.
All right.
Nothing's stopping us now.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you still have chalk? Did you ever have chalk?
No, but I've got like lead
Oh.
lead pencils and
Okay.
writing utensils. Like, do you want me to like?
We mark
Yeah.
like every 100 steps or.
Okay, I'll start
yeah.
marking the walls.
All right. And so you descend deeper into the delve, this time in the forbidden section. Passing do not enter and continuing on your merry way. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Dun, dun,
Merrily we roll along, roll
Into
along.
the dark.
Catching a
Into the
tune.
dark. All right.
1968.
I will read our outro. And we will continue on our ways, players. Dear intrepid listeners, as we close the curtain on this latest chapter of Shadows of Prophecy, we bid you farewell from the mysterious tapestry of our cosmic tale. Remember, the darkness never sleeps, but our doors are always open to those brave enough to explore. We could not do it without your support. A special thank you to our generous patrons, JCH, Crispy, and Maggie Z, whose unwavering support keeps the candles burning bright here at Goblin Forge. Before we bid you farewell, remember to like, follow, and subscribe to stay updated on our future journeys into the unknown. This playcast is a Goblin Forge production. If you enjoyed what you experienced today, follow us on Instagram at goblin_forge_TTRPG, at goblin_forge on TikTok, or join our Discord community. And if you haven't already, be sure to share the mysteries of Shadows of Prophecy with your friends and fellow seekers of the supernatural. Until we meet again, may the mysteries of this world continue to intrigue your mind and awaken your sense of wonder. Stay curious, stay daring, and always embrace the darkness.
Sean Connery signing out.
Yes, of course.